On day 1, I spawned in as a lion inside of my savannah kingdom. All around me were tons of different animals living in harmony. I love my kingdom. Suddenly, a wave of dark essence flew throughout the area. I watched in horror as it corrupted the savannah, transforming all animals into mutated monsters. Ah! The essence hit me next. I grew larger in size and was transformed into a mutant lion. I feel strange. I went to check on the rest of the animals, but quickly discovered the mutations had altered some of their minds. Deadly mutant vultures flew throughout the skies, devouring any animal in a single gulp.
This new power, it's amazing! Eat up my birds! Eat them all!
The vulture then flew in and slashed me with its sharp talons. Ah! With no other choice, I ran for my life. On day 2, I was being chased by the deadly vultures. They were clearly too strong for me to handle, and I knew I have to hide. Thankfully, I was able to find a cave not too far. I made it inside and slashed at the rocks, causing the entire thing to collapse behind me. Whoa, seems like I've gotten stronger. How did all of this happen? I have to find out. I need to fix the savannah. Just then, I heard someone crying for help.
Help!
I looked outside, only to discover a baby elephant being attacked by a few mutated hyenas.
Shut it, crybaby!
Hey, leave her alone! I jumped into the battle and began to protect the innocent animal. While fighting against them, I had a great realization. Whoa, I have mutated powers now.
Time for backup!
I thought I was putting up a fight, but a large figure began to loom over me, and with one giant slash, I began to pass out. On day 3, I woke up, only to find myself trapped with the elephant. Where are we? After looking around, I saw the hyenas had captured us and brought us to their den.
Yep, we're done for.
Yeah, you are! It's gonna be feasting time real soon, and our leader is hungry!
Oh no, we gotta get out of here! Come on! While the other hyenas were chewing away, I slashed out our cage, destroying it. We quickly snuck out and began to perform our getaway until
Wait, look!
I looked over and discovered in their home was an orb that possessed the same dark magic from day 1. What's that? Unfortunately, the hyenas spotted us.
What the? You little rats! You're not going anywhere! It's feasting time!
The doors in front of us began to open, and walking out from the skull was another hyena, but this one was way more mutated than the rest. Oh no. Run! On day 4, the two of us ran for our lives, while the giant hyena did everything it could to eat us. It was nothing like I'd ever seen before. He was large and possessed crazy, strong mutant powers.
Who's the big scary cat now?
My kingdom's counting on me. I gotta think. However, the giant hyena slashed at me and launched me right into the orb, destroying it. Its mutated essence absorbed into me. My claws grew sharper, as well as my entire body. I was now a stronger, mutated lion with 10 hearts.
What's happening?
I looked around and noticed all of the mutated hyenas began to turn back to normal. Their once large leader had lost all of its power.
This is awkward.
Destroying these orbs removes the mutations? Then I'll just have to destroy the rest to save the savannah. Unfortunately, I wasn't safe yet.
You think mutations will stop us? Get in!
One of them charged in, but in my newly upgraded form, I had the ability to summon mutated claws from the ground.
We were just joking, Your Royal Highness Lion, sir. Come on, scram!
That's right, and stay out.
Thank goodness I found you. My whole family turned into giant mutated beasts. thanks. I was lucky to even make it out alive.
I'm sorry, but if you help me, I'll do whatever I can to fix all of this. As we formed a new team, I noticed a strange gladiator watching us from the distance. We're being watched. Hurry, hide! We quickly hid behind some tall grass until the strange man began to leave the area.
That was close.
Yeah, it was. But why was he watching us? I better follow him. On day 5, I followed after the mysterious gladiator. After a lot of traveling, the two of us finally arrived at a large coliseum. There was mutant essence scattered all along it, and I knew another orb had to be here. Time to find it and destroy it. I stealthily entered inside. However, as I did, I was spotted.
Looks like we got another one.
He hit me with his spear, knocking me into the opening. Looking around, I saw up above was another mutated orb. Throughout the Colosseum, there was an entire show going down as other gladiators were fighting mutant giraffes. Kill them! Please, help! Hang on! I charged into battle to help my fellow animals. With a slash, I was able to take one of the men down. But as I did, the rest of them turned their attention towards me.
A mutant lion? Now that's gonna be a show!
With his command, cages fell over the giraffes, and all of the gladiators charged right at me. I tried my best to fight back against them, but with their large amount of numbers, their sharp spears were too much for me to handle. This can't be it! Suddenly, a mysterious hole blew open right next to me. What is this? They were all charging in to take me down. So with no other choice, I jumped. On day 6, I thought I was a goner until I landed in water. Phew.
You lucked out.
Huh? Looking up, I saw that it was a small group of creepers that had saved me. Thanks, but why did you help?
Because we hate those gladiators. You think they only hunt you animals down? Yeah, they seriously suck.
Well, I'm trying to take them down, but I can't without some help.
Oh, I got it. Come on.
I followed him until we arrived at the entrance of a large temple, which seemed to be themed with TNT.
Yeah, we can help you in a fight. If you can get us the prize that waits in the center of the temple.
Okay, wish me luck.
Good luck.
On day 7, I entered inside the TNT fortress. The place was massive, and everything was themed with explosives. Whoa. Just then, though, the doors behind me slammed shut. A trial course began to activate in front of me, which led to a shiny piece of gunpowder. That must be the prize the creepers were talking about. All right, let's do this. I began to partake in the TNT trial. There were deadly parkour obstacles, and if I fell, I would be a goner. Thankfully, though, I was a lion and had crazy good agility. Haha, this is too easy. Unfortunately, though, I was blasted to the side. Yeah!
Oh, yeah?
I turned, only to see tiny TNT creatures peek their heads out from the sides. I just had to talk. They immediately began to throw explosives my way, doing everything they could to throw me into the lava.
Get TNT, loser!
The TNTs then thought ahead and blasted the final platform in front of me. Not good. I had an idea though and slashed the platform under my feet. It exploded, sending me right in front of the gunpowder. Haha, I did it! As I picked it up, the trial had ended. I made my way back over to the creepers and handed them my prize.
This is perfect. Let's go teach those gladiators a lesson.
On day 8, we made it back to the Colosseum for round 2.
The lion! It's back!
The gladiators all charging towards me, but I now had some backup.
Let them have it.
They began to use the magical gunpowder and blast out explosives right at them.
What the?
Haha! Take that! I jumped into the fight and helped them as well. With all of our might combined, they didn't stand a chance.
You came back.
Of course I did. With that, I went over to the next mutant orb and destroyed it. Because of this, its mutant essence was absorbed into me once again. My limbs grew longer, and I was now a stronger mutant lion with 15 hearts. More of the savannah's mutations were now gone, as the giraffes were completely cured. Yes.
You ruined everything!
What? What are you talking about?
All of this, the mutations, it's because of us! We wanted shows like none other. Ones that had animals never seen before!
You're the ones that mutated our savannah? But before he could say anything else, explosions sounded off. I looked up, only to see the mutated vultures had found us. They began to dive in and devour anything they could find. With a slash, the gladiator in front of me was killed. He dropped a piece of paper, so I took it and quickly escaped. On days 9 to 10, I safely escaped the arena with the cured giraffes.
Bozo! Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I want to show you something.
I followed the baby elephant as they led me and the giraffes to a secluded savannah valley, and within it were 2 homes that she had built.
I thought this place would be the perfect home base.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. With that, I built up the giraffes their very own natural home. Here, you guys can stay safe until all of this is fixed. I then took the time to look at the piece of paper the gladiator dropped and noticed that there were 6 total mutant orbs in the savannah. All right, maybe if I destroy the other 4, everything will go back to normal. As I said this though, I heard some voices from nearby. I went towards the sound where I saw some well-dressed snakes walk by.
This underground fighting club better be worth it.
Of course it is. I heard they have a mutant pillar to make every fight that more interesting.
Another pillar. I better follow them. I followed after the snakes as they led me to the entrance of an underground bunker. But as I approached, 2 snake guards stopped me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going, pal? This club has a strict dress code.
Dress code? Come on, there has to be some way I can be let in.
You know what, Lion? There is one way.
On days 11 to 12, the snake led me over to a nearby mushroom forest. What are we? But as I said this, I accidentally stepped on a mushroom that exploded poisonous gas. Ah!
This place has a cook who's famous for his mushroom poppers. You get me some of those bad boys, I'll let you in the club.
All right, deal. I cautiously began to search through the forest, trying to find the mushroom cook everywhere I could. Just gotta get a few poppers and get out of here. As I continued, I came across a large ravine with tall mushroom stalks to get to the other side. Well, this should be easy. I began to leap across the platforms, but as I landed on the first mushroom, I was hit by another bomb from across the ravine. Ah! What the? I looked up and saw that there was a tall walking mushroom.
Stupid cat! I told those snakes they get no more poppers!
Wait! But the mushroom didn't listen as he began to launch spore bombs up into the air. Oh no! I continued to leap across the mushrooms as more and more explosives happened all around me. As I got closer though, I used my mutated roar towards the ground, allowing me to bounce off of the last mushroom and leap behind the mushroom. Dude, stop! I just need a few poppers.
No!
He was about to unleash another spore bomb, so I bit into him before he could. Because of this, it exploded. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. However, as the spores cleared away, I noticed that he had turned into a bunch of tiny mushrooms.
No more orders will be taken at this time!
They all then spread out and ran away from me. Wait, come back! On days 13 to 14, I focused on one of the running mushrooms as they tried getting away.
Please! You don't understand!
In my frustration, I shot out another mutant roar in front of him, causing a tall mushroom to collapse and cut him off. Okay, then wait. Why don't you tell me what's going on? With that, the tiny mushroom led me over to a dying mushroom farm. Whoa, what's this?
This is why we can't take any orders! Our supply! It's dying!
Oh no. I began to inspect the farm when I suddenly had an idea. I bit down into the ground, infusing the farmland with my mutation. And because of this, the mushroom began to grow into a massive size.
Yes!
With that, the mushrooms happily handed me over some mushroom poppers. Thanks. It's kind of weird that mushrooms make mushroom poppers, but anyway, I made my way back to the Fight Club entrance to meet up with the snakes. Here you go, 2 orders of mushroom poppers.
Oh, yeah! That poison really has a kick. Please head inside. The fights have already started.
On days 15 to 16, I hurried inside the underground fight club, only to see more snakes were placing bets on a fight. There was a gorilla inside, and a mutated kangaroo?
Kick that ape into last week.
Oh my goodness! I looked over and saw in the center of the arena was another mutant pillar. I have to get it! As I said this, the kangaroo leapt in, taking the gorilla down in one final kick.
All right, my reptilian patrons, we have a winner!
The snakes all around started to cheer as it hopped around pridefully.
Now, who will be our next challenger of the night?
Me! The crowd gasped as I leapt into the arena across from the kangaroo.
Oi! Oh, I'm gonna have fun kicking your teeth in.
Hold on, competitors. This round will be a little different. The first one of you to climb up the central tower and ring the bell will win the power of the mutant pillar. Are we ready?
All right, yeah, I'm ready.
Then begin!
On days 17 to 18, the mutant kangaroo and I instantly jumped into action as we started to climb opposite sides of the tower. It could jump way higher than me, but I was much faster and started to quickly bounce between the small edges. Ha ha! Eat my dust!
Oi! You can't attack a Joey's pride like that, mate.
The words angered the kangaroo so much that he let out a powerful mutated burst, which hit me from a different platform. Yeah! This caused me to fall down as he continued to scale the tower. Hey, isn't that cheating?
Stupid cat! There's no rules in the Fight Club!
I angrily kept trying to scale the tower behind him, but just when I made it to the top, I saw that the kangaroo had gotten there first.
Ha! Better luck next time, mate.
No! The crowd began to cheer, but it was quickly cut short as a massive explosion rocked the club walls. And from it came the mutated vulture flying in.
You creatures thought you could hide from us? In your little club, destroy it all!
Vultures began to swoop around the room, destroying everything and everyone in their path. They even came in and knocked the kangaroo off the tower, killing him. No! I gotta get out of here. I ran up as everyone was panicking and struck the mutant pillar, causing me to begin to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts, grew even stronger, and now could perform my very own mutated burst attack. Awesome! With my new power, I jumped over and used it to blast an escape route for the snakes. Come on, everyone, this way! On days 19 to 21, I safely made my way back to my base with the surviving, well-dressed snakes. I made them a nice high society home so they could live comfortably. Sorry about your fight club.
Forget it! We'll take out our anger on those crazy vultures for wrecking it!
But just then, I heard a rumbling as a mutant rhino burst through the side of their home.
Come on!
More power!
With that, the rhino sprinted right past us all and out of the base. What the? Where do you think you're going? I began to chase after the rhino, trying to slow it down with my attacks, but it was able to charge through anything. Whatever. I don't have time for this. I was about to start heading back when a mutated koala jumped down from a tree in front of me. Wah!
Yes, we finally found you. Sorry about this.
About what? Before I could react, another koala jumped down and struck me with a powerful hit in the back of my head. Ah! On days 22 to 26, I awoke, hanging from a tree. Ah, where am I? I looked around to see tons of koalas were all around, preparing a meal? Are you guys gonna eat me? I panicked and let out my new mutated burst, breaking myself out of the cage.
What the?
I made a break for the exit when more koalas dropped down in front of me. Don't make me blast you too.
Whoa, 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 pal, calm down. We weren't gonna cook you.
Huh? Then why did you capture me? The koala then led me over to another clearing, where I saw that they had a giant savanna tree being completely tainted by mutated water.
This tree is very important to my people, and we need you to fix it, or else we will make you our dinner.
Huh, piece of cake. How bad can a little water be? But as I stepped closer, it shot out a bubble that burned. Yeah, wait, stuff is like acid. I looked over and saw that there was a main stream feeding into the pool around the tree. Okay, I bet whatever is at the source of this will explain what's going on. On days 27 and 29, I followed the river to its source at the top of a savanna plateau. And there, in the water, was another mutant pillar. I should have known. All right, now how to get to it? I looked around the lake and saw that there were 3 other rocks blocking the lake from pouring into other rivers. If I break those, I can lower the water level. I ran over to the first one and used my mutated burst to break it open. Nice. But as this happened, I was shot at by acid. Turning around, I saw that some acidic axolotls were on the surface of the water.
An intruder! He's trying to steal our gift!
Gift? That pillar's a curse, dude! But they didn't listen and began to shoot at me with their acidic bubbles. I made a break for the other blockages, having to dodge the acid as I ran. But just when I got close, I was hit with multiple of the axolotls' attacks. Yeah, that's not gonna stop me. In my rage, I shot out a powerful mutant roar, breaking both of the rubble piles at once. With the water level fully lowered, they were stuck on dry land, making them way slower. I took the chance to run towards the pillar, but just then, a massive axolotl hit me from out of nowhere, taking me down to low hearts. On days 30 to 32, I was stuck in the dry lake as the lead axolotl tried to take me down. But just then, I heard a familiar rumbling as the mutant rhino from before came charging in. Whoa!
Everybody, run!
All of the small axolotl began to squirm away as the rhino looked towards the mutant pillar.
More power!
No! With another heavy charge, the rhino barreled through the pillar, destroying it. And because of this, he began to upgrade. He grew much larger and even more powerful. That's not good.
Yes! Power!
The rhino rushed towards me as I barely dodged out of the way. He continued to run, following the acid river that hadn't drained yet.
We're eating good tonight.
Power!
Run!
Don't worry, I got him! But before I could reach him, the rhino rushed right towards their sacred tree. On days 33 to 35, I was running as fast as I could to get ahead of the rhino. Stop! I tried to use my mutant roar, but it had no effect. He launched me into the river. No! The pure acid was bringing me down to low hearts. But then I had an idea. While the acid was deadly, I felt it powering my body up. I waited until I got lower and lower, until I let out the most powerful mutant blast I could. Because of this, the rhino was taken down. Yes, his mutant energy transferred into me, causing me to begin to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts and grew to be as strong as the rhino himself. Awesome. What was that? I looked up and saw that my explosion had hit the koala's tree, causing it to fall over.
Run!
Looking over, I saw one of them was in the path of the falling tree. Hold on! I used my upgraded form to dash my way towards the koala and bring him to safety. It's all right. You're safe now.
Safe? How can we be safe? You destroyed our tree!
Right. Well, come on. Let me make it up to you. On days 36 to 39, I made my way back to the base with the koalas. I quickly built them up a new treehouse so that they can stay safe. Sorry, it's not like the last one, but it'll grow.
Thanks, Fozo. We'll make sure of it.
As I was finishing, I heard ruckus coming inside. I looked as one of the sloths bolted through while it was being chased by a villager.
Get back here, you thief!
Hey, what are you doing? The sloth tore through the base, with its strong mutant claws ripping out some of the roofs of the houses. As quickly as they came in, though, the villager and sloth ran out. I decided to chase after them, up until the edge of the radioactive rainforest. As it got into the trees, the sloth used its mutant claws and slashed at one of them. Okay, what's going on?
It's that stupid sloth! He's been stealing all my village's food! We'll starve if he keeps this up!
Oh no, stay here. I'll deal with it. With that, I began to go into the jungle to find where the sloth went. On days 40 to 44, I was doing my best to chase after the sloth inside the rainforest.
What the? Get away from me! Ha!
As I got closer, it started to break more trees and try and slow me down. The trees started crashing in front of me, blocking my path. Oh, no you don't. I used my mutant roar to clear them ahead of me. And after running deeper and deeper inside the rainforest, I was able to find its den. I chased her inside and saw the sloth at the foot of a mutant pillar with a sick baby.
Please, I needed the villagers' food for my son. This mutant pillar is the only thing keeping him alive.
Really? Well, I need that pillar. There has to be a way we can cure him. If we do, then all of this can stop.
Okay, you're our only hope.
The sloth gave me a list of ingredients that could make a cure, and with no time to lose, I began to search for them. On days 45 to 47, I began my search, looking for a spider eye, cocoa seeds, and void fruit. I began looking throughout the rainforest for all of them. Going through, I was able to get a spider eye from a spider and some cocoa seeds from a nearby tree. And after looking at the ingredients list again, I saw that the sloth gave me directions to a meteorite. Huh, is that where I can find the void fruit? I followed the coordinates until finding myself at the edge of an enormous void crater. And there at its center was the meteorite. Yeah, it must be in there. I looked over and saw that the only way across was by a floating platform leading to it. So with that, I started to jump across the fragments. And as I did, they started to shudder and fall. I continued, but once I got to the final platform, I saw that the gap to the meteorite was way too far. Oh no! While I was hesitating, the fragment began to shake, meaning that it was gonna collapse. I ran forward though and used my mutant dash, trying to get as far as I could. But I saw I wasn't gonna make it. I had to think quick and use my mutant burst to explode me upwards. Because of this, I was able to land on the meteor. That was a close one. Time to find that void fruit. As I was going through the forest, I couldn't help but feel like someone was watching me. What was that? I continued to look around until I eventually came to the meteorite center. There, I found a single tree that had the void fruit on it. Perfect. As I tried to approach though, I got stopped by some kind of force field. What the? There were 3 runes of void energy around the clearing. I must have to break those. I backed away and used my mutant roar. The vibrations from it caused one of the void rooms to be destroyed, and it weakened the force field. All right. Suddenly, a black hole formed above the tree and started to pull me in. I used my roar again to break the second room, but the black hole was only getting stronger and stronger. I surely thought I was done for and was getting lower by the second. But with the one last roar, the black hole was gone, and so was the force field. Because of that, I was able to grab the void fruit for myself. All right, time to cure that baby sloth. Before I can leave the meteorite though, a huge lizard slammed down and hit me with a void attack, blinding me.
I'll be taking this.
Without another word, he hurried off with the fruit. Hey, where'd he go? On days 53 to 56, I went deeper into the meteorite forest, trying to find the thief. Why would someone even take the fruit away anyway? Thankfully, I was able to find a trail of destruction and followed it. At the end, I came across a village of void lizards? Hi?
An intruder! That must be the lion that the chief was talking about! Get him!
Wait, what? They all began to charge, trying to subdue me. As they crowded me, I used my mutant blast to push them back. but it was no use. Within seconds, a void cage appeared on top of me, trapping me. Hey, let me out of here.
Looking for me?
Out of nowhere, the lizard from before appeared, standing next to the void fruit. You, give me back that fruit.
Never! I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to cure the trespasser that came here. Well, you're out of luck, buddy. You're never getting this fruit.
We'll see about that. I swung around and used my mutant tail to break myself out of the cage.
Wait, you weren't supposed to do that.
Don't worry, Chief. I'll get him. Ah! You got this, Chief. That lion has nothing on you.
Gah! Do I have to do everything myself?
On days 57 to 59, I charged towards the lizard chief, knocking him back with a powerful dash. He tried to slash his void sword at me, but I was able to use my mutant roar to fight him back as much as I could.
My ears!
With the opening, I was able to grab the void fruit, and once I did, I could tell that it had changed, and I could feel myself begin to float. Whoa, cool.
Stop him before he gets away!
As I was floating, the lizards tried to attack me with their weapons, but I already floated high enough so that they couldn't reach me. With that, I flew away from the lizards and the meteorites. Eventually, I was able to return to the sloth den. Here you go.
Let's hope you weren't too late.
Both of us waited until the baby sloth sprung up, as healthy as ever.
Oh, my boy! You're all right! Thank you, Lion. I have no more need of the mutant pillar's power. You can break it if you wish.
With pleasure. I shattered the mutant pillar, and as I did, I absorbed all of its power once again. I now had 30 hearts, and I gained the mutated sharp claws like the sloth. Awesome! On days 60 to 63, I returned to my base with the sloths, making another rainforest den just for them. I hope you like it.
Anything is better than that rotten tree.
As she said this, I heard a noise of someone coming into the base. I looked over and saw a carnival monkey standing up at the tallest point inside.
Come one, come all to the Mutant Monkey Circus!
Mutant monkey? I need to go see him. Can you take me? With that, the two of us started to travel towards the circus. But as we exited the base, Carney was suddenly picked up against his will. Wait, the vultures!
Wah! What's going on?
Hey! I chased after them until they finally dropped him at the top of a huge cliff.
This is for all those annoying carnival flyers you put in our base. Have fun getting down.
Oh no! I ran towards the monkey. The cliff below him began to crumble, and I knew I had to help.
Help! Help! I'm not an acrobat. I'm not good with heights.
Don't worry, I'm coming to help. Whatever you do, don't move. I started to scale up the wall, using a natural rocky platform to scale the side. And with my sloth claws, I was able to dig in the side of the rock, which helped me climb easier. Yeah, okay, hop on. He did as I said, right as a huge chunk gave away. With him now saved, I began to climb the two of us back down.
Wow, thank you. You're just the animal we needed. Come on, I'll show you to the ringmaster.
With that, the two of us took off. And once we arrived, I saw a large mutant pillar right in the center of an enormous circus tent. Another pillar. I started to rush towards it, but before I could go far, an enormous mutated monkey stopped me in my tracks.
No one goes into the tent until the show.
But I need to destroy that pillar.
What? But that's what helps business boom around here. I can't let you do that.
Just then, Carney went next to him and explained what I did.
I see. Follow me, Lion.
Okay, I did, until we arrived at a nearby skate park.
Yeah, man. Now you try.
All right.
Yeah, are you okay, man?
That was so awesome. I can't try that again.
Why are we here?
Well, we have a little problem. Our opening act has run away. If you can convince her to come back, then we will talk about the mutant pillar. Deal?
Deal. On days 69 to 73, I went into the skate park to look for the circus opening act. Man, there are tons of people here. How am I gonna find her? But just then, I heard a commotion coming from nearby. I approached the crowd, and that's when I saw the one that I was looking for. Hey,
Huh? Who are you?
the ringmaster sent me here to pick you up.
Whatever, loser. I'm not going back to that bunch of dorks anytime soon.
Before I could say anything else, the elephant already got on her skateboard and started to skate away. Hey, come back! Borrowing this, thanks! Hey, my board! Using the skateboard, I chased after the elephant inside of the skate park as she started to do crazy tricks. I had to do the same jumps she was doing in order to keep up with her, and it was extremely tough. But it seemed to impress her.
You're surprisingly good at the board. For a noob, I'll make you a bet. If you can beat me at the death grind, then I'll go back to the circus with you.
All right, sounds good to me. Though, what's the death grind? The elephant pointed up, pointing at the enormous staircase at the end of the skate park. Oh. On days 74 to 77, the elephant and I took our spots at the top of the death grind staircase.
It was a bad call agreeing to that bet. I'm never going back to that circus.
Without wasting a second, she jumped on and started to grind away. Just before the elephant could finish the entire railing, though, she suddenly lost her balance.
Whoa! Oh, peanuts.
Man, if the elephant can't do it, what hope does this chump have? You just gotta wait and see. With that, I hopped onto my skateboard and started the death grind. This is getting unstable. Whoa! I tried balancing myself with my mutant tail, which let me stay on it for longer. Almost there! As I hit the bottom of the railing, I used my mutant dash and made the sickest jump off the railing. Whoa! I did it!
I hate to say it, but a deal's a deal.
Yes! Now let's get you back to the circus. As the elephant and I returned, though, we saw that everyone was huddled around something. What's going on?
Oh, the elephant! You're back! But tragedy struck! Leon just came down with a sickness. I told him to stop eating those bad steaks. Where are we gonna find a lion act now?
What? No. Why are you guys all looking at me like that?
Bozo, if you do the show with us, then we'll let you have the mutant pillar.
On days 78 to 80, before I knew it, I was at the top of the circus tent, in front of a tightrope? What did I just agree to?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching our show. We're now down to our final act. Give it up for the amazing mutant lion!
Ugly kitty! You better hold up your end of the bargain.
Monkey's honor. Now, get on with the show.
With that, I started my performance. The first thing I had to do was walk a high tightrope without falling down on the net below. This would normally be hard, but with my experience on the death grind, I was now able to cross it easily. The crowd went wild as I went to the second act. I looked down and saw 3 hoops that I had to jump through, high above the ground. All right, here goes nothing. With my dash, I was successfully able to jump across all 3 of them and make it to the floor.
Our fantastic feline has braved 2 incredible feats, but can he survive our last?
I heard the loud footsteps of something enormous approaching, and from the shadows, the carnies brought out an ogre? What the? On days 81 to 85, as the ogre entered the performance arena, it did a mighty roar and charged right at me. Whoa! I dodged out of the way, but as I did, it was now on track to charge into the audience. Oh no! I shot out a mutant roar at him, which caused it to direct its focus back at me. Oh, a big mistake. Wah! I used my mutant claws and was able to break the rock just in time. And with my dash, I charged back at him. With it stunned, I used my mutant claws and slashed it down completely, rendering it defeated. The crowd cheered as the ringmaster approached me.
That was closer than I thought. Thank you for keeping the audience safe, Bozo. Maybe it's time to retire from the circus. The mutant pillar is all yours.
Sweet. He stepped aside and let me destroy the mutant pillar. Once I did, I felt myself getting stronger. I now had 35 hearts and gained way better dexterity than I ever had before. This would have been really helpful earlier. On days 86 to 90, I was making my way back to my base with the circus monkeys when I saw vultures starting to fly overhead.
Hey! Who's over there?
Not again!
I looked over and saw that one of the monkeys was still out in the open. Hold on! I dashed over and pushed him into cover as the vultures swooped down.
I swear I saw a delicious snack here just a second ago.
You bird brain! Come on, the boss is expecting us!
I hid somewhere nearby as I watched them fly away. Where could they be going? I decided to follow them until I finally saw them fly into a base that was being built around the last mutant pillar. Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this. I snuck inside and saw the vultures surrounding a stage with their leader speaking in the center.
Brethren, that bothersome feline has outdone us for the last time. We must stand and protect the final mutant pillar, lest we go back to our old ways. Do you want to become scavengers again?
No!
Do you want to eat scraps again?
No!
Well, what do you want?
Food! Food! Food!
Then this whole world will be your feasting grounds. Protect this pillar with your lives to make it so. The moment we see that lion, let's tear him to shreds.
Oh no, I can't go in there alone. I'm gonna need everyone's help. With that, I hurried back to my friends, back to my base. On days 91 to 94, once I arrived back home, I gathered everyone around to make sure we had a plan. Listen up, everyone. The vultures are guarding the final mutant pillar. If we don't stop them, then we'll never be able to return the savannah to normal.
Oh no, we need to stop them. If we don't, then we'll be doomed.
With that, all of my friends and I agreed that we needed to stop them. The first order of business was making a new home for the carnies. To make sure they felt as at home as possible, I decided to make them their own circus tent to replace the one from before. Once that was done, I met with the baby elephant and devised a plan on how to attack the base.
If you really need to get to the leader, then what you can do is help us get as close as possible. And then we'll make sure that you can focus on going to the leader yourself.
But will you guys be okay?
Hey, this is the savannah we're talking about, our home. There's nothing more important than that.
I agreed and was about to lead my friends to battle when we were confronted by a group of surviving gladiators.
Please, Mutant Lion, we want to help. After those vultures attacked our arena, we ran for our lives. But after a while, we realized what we had done. This savannah is our home too.
All right, we could use all the help you can give. Once we were all prepared, we went to the vultures' base, ready to fight them and destroy the final mutant pillar. On days 95 to 99, the vultures instantly came down and started to attack us. Fight back! We weren't going down without a fight. They tried their best to surround us and shoot at us with their deadly mutant powers. But as they did, I fired back, using my mutant burst to take down multiple at a time. All right!
You think you can hunt me? Rah!
We continued deeper inside until we finally reached the foot of the final mutant pillar. Everyone, attack! With that, everyone started to use all of their powers to begin breaking it. However, in the middle of all of this, more and more of the vultures kept trying to take us down.
Rah! I'll make you into a nice feathered cloak.
Bozo, you need to climb to the top. That must be where all the power is concentrated.
But what about all of you guys down here?
We'll take care of it. Now get up there.
With that, I rushed up and started climbing the pillar. As I did, more vultures began trying to knock me off. Thankfully, with my mutant dexterity, it meant that I could climb up quicker than ever and was even to swat away some of them. Eventually, I finally arrived at the top of the pillar, where I found the mutant pillar's core. And there waiting for me was the vulture leader himself.
So, you finally come to try and pry our power away from us? I will not allow it!
He flew forward and slashed at me with his mutant talons. Ah! I staggered back as he prepared to make another attack. Right before it could swoop down, I used my mutant roar, knocking him back just in time.
You may be strong, but you'll never be able to defeat me this close to the mutant pillar's core.
We'll see about that. With one final charge, I bursted in his direction. He was quicker than ever, though, and dodged it.
You missed.
Did I? The leader turned around and saw that the mutant burst was aimed at the pillar core behind him. The moment it did, the entire mutant pillar started to collapse as a bright white light covered over the entire savannah. Everything was now finally back to normal, and all of our mutations were gone. Yes, the savannah, it's freed! On day 1, I spawn in as a baby mutant dragon. Whoa, I have 3 heads. As a mutant, I had an urge to attack people. I looked down and saw a giant village with a bunch of citizens. I flew down and got to work. I killed one of the villagers and realized that I had a sick mutant ability. Whoa, I used it and acquired more and more of their precious souls. With each soul, I was getting more hearts and becoming stronger. I had 10 now.
A mutant dragon? Impossible!
Who is this guy?
Enough. I shall capture you and finally rid the world of the mutant species.
The crazy scientist then began to use his gadgets on me. Ah! They hurt a lot. Oh, I have to get out of here. I tried flying off, but he shot me to the ground.
Perfect. You are coming with me.
On day 2, I woke up in a cell. All around me was a giant laboratory with a bunch of other mutant mobs. Oh no, I gotta get out of here.
Now that all the remaining mutants are captured, I must exterminate you at once. The world cannot know why you were created in the first place.
What was this guy hiding? All of this made me so angry. Because of my rage, I used a new ability, destroying my cell.
Impossible! Seize them!
The scientist men started to swarm me, but I started to fly above and attack them. Because of the fighting, my mutant attacks seemed to be destroying the other cells, letting the other mutants out. They started to destroy everything before running out of the lab, escaping and destroying everything in their path. I think it's time I go too, and started flying out of the lab.
You beast! I will destroy you all if it's the last thing I do.
On day 3, I flew around the world and saw countless villages and towns celebrating. We are liberated from the freaky mutants! Celebrate! What? They want us mutants gone? As I was flying, a weird-looking mutant appeared in front of me. Ah! Who are you?
I am a dead spirit known as the Mutant Overlord. I have chosen you to save the mutant species.
Wait, so you're not alive? Why would you choose me? The Overlord explained how mutants are close to extinction, and it was up to me to save everyone. He then brought me over to a clear part of land and told me that it was important to build up a base of operations.
Unite the remaining mutant beasts. Each shall grant you a special ability to bring you closer to your final fall.
Okay, but why did you choose me? You gotta explain more.
In time, you will find out our connection. But for now, get to building.
He threw me down some nasty-looking gear to get started. I did as the Overlord said and went to work. Once I went out and acquired some resources, I made a starting house for me to stay at. Just a couple more blocks and done. All I need to do now is find the other mutants. I then heard screams and roars in the distance. I think I may have found the first one. Time to go see what the commotion is. On day 4, I arrived at what looked like a factory of sorts, but it was partially destroyed. I think I know why. And saw the mutant zombie destroying everything. There were more of the hazmat men there fighting against him too.
Take him down.
I flew in and helped my mutant friend. Together with my mutant claws and his mutant ground slams, we were able to take them all down. I looked around and noticed that the zombie was destroying a base that was owned by the scientist from earlier. He must be doing it for a reason. I decided to help him, and together we destroyed it as well as defeated a few of the remaining workers. I found a mutant and collected a few more souls. Nice. I can tell that the zombie was happy that I helped. Because of it, something happened, and I grew into a full-size dragon. I gained a new ability, a dragon breath. I also had 5 more hearts. I guess the Overlord was right. The more I collect, the stronger I get.
Thank for help. Scientist bad.
He is. He doesn't want the world to know why we were created, and we need to get to the bottom of that and figure out exactly what he is hiding.
You will find out nothing, you disgusting animal. Keep course. You have no idea what is headed your way.
It was day 5, and we were making our way back to base when the mutant zombie stopped me.
Why we not liked?
I'm not sure. All I know is that the entire world wants our species destroyed. The zombie went on to explain how he was captured and separated from his family. They took him in a facility and ran a lot of tests on him.
May never see family again.
So you were a regular zombie before? How does any of this add up? I can see how bummed out he was. The mutant zombie shook it off though and told me he could take me to where the facility was. Let's do it. We arrived thanks to the zombie's directions and made our way in with brute force. After we wiped out all of the men, we went to searching. We found a large room with what looked like more testing subjects. I can tell my mutant zombie friend was very uncomfortable being here. So I looked around while he stayed back. I found a container and inside of it was a sample vial that was named Chemical X. What could this be? I couldn't answer that right now. So I decided to free all of the zombies here and headed out. On day 6, I brought the mutant zombie back to my base. He looked around and I can tell for the first time in his life, he didn't want to destroy something.
New home.
I expanded my house to be large enough to accommodate my new mutant zombie friend and the size of my new adult body. After building, I talked to my friend out in our yard. I wasn't meaning to show you, but I found this in the facility.
No, stay away.
He started to freak out about it. Whoa, calm down. Why are you afraid of this?
This is what turned me into beast now.
He told me that him and the other zombies that were captured by the scientists would be tested with this chemical. Most of them died on the spot, but him, he was one of the unlucky ones and turned into a full mutant monster.
Me no remember much after, but rage filled me every day until you came and broke us out.
I'm so confused. Why would the scientists want to rid the world of mutants if he was the one who created them? On day 7, I finally woke up from a full night of sleep. I looked outside and noticed that the mutant zombie was acting a lot more weird since I brought up Chemical X. He's hiding something, and I need to figure out what. Hey, what aren't you telling me?
Me not know.
I can't help the mutant species if you don't help me, you know. The mutant zombie gave in and told me that he knew the location of where Chemical X was created. He then threw me over a map that he stole from the facility and told me it should be at this research station. Thank you. I appreciate it. I went off, and when I arrived, it was already mostly empty. I saw a giant door that looked really important, but when I tried to enter it, it wouldn't open. I turned a corner and saw a lonely scientist worker there.
Ah, please, don't hurt me, you beast.
I won't hurt you if you tell me everything you know about that doorway. The scientist told me that he doesn't know anything. Only the higher-ups were allowed in there. Fine, have it your way. I took the scientist down and absorbed another soul. He dropped a GPS tracker. Maybe the place that this leads to can help me open the door. Whatever is behind it seems important, especially to us mutants. On day 8, I went out to follow the GPS tracker until I heard a loud explosion. What was that? I flew down and saw the mutant creeper. He was fighting against the scientists' men, but they were in huge mech suits. I flew in and helped the mutant creeper out. Together with our special abilities, they stood no chance. I took down the final mech machine. Man, the scientist is throwing everything he has at us.
Hey, thanks for helping me out. This world is wicked and must be destroyed.
I somewhat agreed with the creeper. I mean, everyone hated us and wanted us gone without even giving us a chance. So why should we give them one? The creeper then walked over to me and gave me something. It was an explosion upgrade, and I absorbed it. Look at that. I now can use explosions at will. That's sweet. In return, I have a base that you can stay at. Hopefully with our combined strength, it'll keep all of us safe.
Sounds like a plan.
While my new creeper friend made his way towards base, I decided to keep following this GPS. While I was, the Overlord appeared in front of me.
You have done well to increase your strength. I am glad I chose you as my champion.
Chose me? He began to tell me that I was the only mutant that this scientist didn't create, but instead, it was the Overlord that created me. Is that why I'm the only one that could hear you? But why? Why do any of this? Our conversation, though, was cut short. The GPS started to go off frantically. I looked back at the Overlord, and he was gone. Great. I headed to the location, and once I got there, it looked like a normal warehouse. But when I entered, it was obviously a cover-up. I then found a room, and inside of it was a key card. This has to be for the door. Nice. I picked up the key card, but as soon as I did, the alarm started to go off. A bunch of men then ran in and started to fight me. I used my new explosion to push them all aside and headed out. On days 11 to 12, I returned to the research station. Here's the door. Time to find out what's behind all of this. I opened it, but as soon as I did, I got blasted with the weapon and was sent to the ground.
Ah, you stupid dragon. You have ruined everything I've worked for. Once I take you out, I will make sure the rest of your mutant friends are gone as well.
He began to shoot at me with the science equipment, and they hurt a lot. Every time I tried to get close to him, he was protected by some kind of force field. Wait, why would you create us if you want us destroyed? Dr. Mundane stopped and seemed shocked that I knew his darkest secret.
All of my life, all I wanted was to be a known scientist. I wanted a breakthrough. What better way to do that than to help everyone with one of my inventions? A serum that would improve the human body and make it godlike. But with every experiment comes trial and error. One of my tests caused something horrible, the first ever mutants to exist. I tried to contain them, but they broke out of my lab. After that, nothing was the same. They spread like a disease, and the world hated them. If they found out I was the one who created you guys, I'd be done for. So instead, I shall end you all and be known as the scientist who saved the world. I will get my dream one way or another.
You won't get away with this. I promise you that.
You don't even know what I have planned.
The scientist didn't listen though and began to shoot at me with his gun. He's too powerful. I gotta get out now. I flew off while he shot at me from a distance. On days 13 to 14, I made it back to my base. Extremely weak. I can't wait to just relax.
Back off, dead brain.
Oh yeah?
They were both fighting each other, and because of it, they were destroying the base. Hey guys, stop it. They didn't listen though and kept fighting. I had to use my mutant ability to finally split them up. That is enough. The reason we are so close to going extinct is because we never know how to work together.
He started it.
I don't want to hear it. Now come on. We are a team. Let's fix this base and learn how to get along. They did as I commanded and both worked together to rebuild the base. After that, I helped the mutant creeper build up a home. The scientist is surely up to something. Something big. But what? I noticed that the mutant creeper wasn't in his house. So I ventured out to go and find him. And there he is. He was out hunting chickens in the field. Hey, you can't be out here by yourself. You don't want that scientist to find you.
I was hungry, and I need to find the other mutant creepers. I can't let us go extinct.
The creeper told me that because he became a mutant, he was just like any ordinary creeper, sneaking up on people and blowing up in their faces.
I was about to sneak up on another victim when I spotted a strange creeper. I tried to see what was wrong with him, but he touched me, and suddenly I changed.
He told me that he looked and felt different. Every time he would try to get help from the other creepers, they would suffer the same fate.
Eventually, that scientist caught me and took me to a strange place.
I asked him where, and he dropped me a map to the location. I saw a village nearby and asked if the creeper was still hungry. He said yes, and I told him that I had an idea. The mutant creeper and I raided the village and started devouring citizens. I noticed that while I was devouring them, I was getting stronger. This is great. The more souls I devoured, the stronger I became. On days 17 to 18, I made sure that the mutant creeper returned to base. And then I followed the map to the factory. Along the way, the mutant overlord appeared before me.
Good. The stronger you become, the easier it will be to free and save our mutant brethren.
Okay, enough of this. It's time that you start talking. Why is it that you chose me to be the savior of the mutants? The overlord was shocked, but knew it was time he told me what he was hiding.
Mutant dragon, I was the very first mutant in the world to exist. Instead of a success, the scientist called me a failure and tried to destroy me. I escaped before he could do anything, and the world hated me. They called me a freak.
He told me that Mundane made the world hate mutants to distract them from finding out the truth.
I tried to fight back, but Mundane found me, and he killed me. My soul ended up finding you, creating the first mutant dragon.
That's why I'm here, and why the Overlord wanted me to save the mutants. Thank you for telling me. Let's go get our species back. I made it inside the factory and found Mundane scientist guards working on something. What could they be building?
What's the progress on the machine?
Speak of the devil. Dr. Mundane showed up. I gotta make sure to stay hidden.
We are 25% done with it, Doctor. It'll be ready very soon.
Good. Soon we'll be able to get rid of those mutants once and for all.
That's not good. I wanted to go in and fight off the scientists. The last time, I almost died. I snuck out of the factory knowing I needed to get stronger. On days 19 to 20, I decided to gather more materials to upgrade the place. I took down some trees in a nearby forest and collected the wood left over. There was a cave nearby that was full of iron, so I mined a good amount of it. This should help me out in the long run. When I left the cave, I suddenly heard a loud roar when suddenly a hoglin came charging at me. Ah! I quickly dodged the attack before he could hit me. Hey buddy, watch where you're going. I'm a mutant too. The mutant hoglin seemed to calm down and told me that he just wanted to go home.
That evil scientist took me away from my family and turned me into this monstrosity.
The hoglin was worried that Dr. Mundane might go back to the Nether and take his family back. Maybe if I take him back to the Nether, he can keep him and the other mutants there safe. I'll take you back to your family. Just show me the way, and I'll make sure you're safe. The mutant hoglin thanked me, and I followed him to the portal leading into the Nether. On days 21 and 23, the mutant hoglin led me to a warehouse. He told me that the portal was located inside. There were probably guards inside, so we should sneak inside, and he blasted the door open and charged inside. Doing that works too. There was a massive portal at the end of the building and guards blocking the entrance. I used my mutant breath on the guards, defeating them. A guard then tried to charge at me, but the hoglin charged in and knocked him aside. I appreciate the save. There was one guard remaining, and I decided to turn him into a snack, devouring his soul. We went through the portal and entered the Nether. The mutant hoglin then looked around, and we arrived at a house. His family was still there, thankfully, and was excited to be with his family again.
Thank you for returning me to my family. I couldn't have done this without you.
No problem. Us mutants gotta stick together, right? As I was gonna leave, a power from the mutant was transferred over to me. My breath got stronger. I guess I saved another mutant from the scientist's doom. I thanked him and went out of the portal. I then used my mutant ability to destroy it. The mutant overlord was waiting for me outside of the warehouse, and he seemed pleased.
It was a good thing that Hoglin gave us this catalyst. This will be a huge help to you.
He then told me that this catalyst will help us mutate more of this world.
Bozo, we're that much closer to having a mutant world.
The Overlord converted the catalyst into a new upgrade for my mutant breath. According to him, my breath was now able to mutate others?
Not all people, but the weaker ones.
Sweet! Now that I've gotten stronger, I think I'll go pay Dr. Mundane's underlings a visit. I snuck my way inside of a factory and couldn't see Mundane anywhere. Good. Time to give my new mutant breath a trial run and caught them by surprise. I blew my mutant breath at them and converted the minions into something more appealing to me. Mutants. You no longer serve the scientists, but serve mutant kind instead. Go and return to my base. The mob left the factory, and I decided to see what they were working on for the scientists. I came across a paper nearby and collected it. The plans revealed that Dr. Mundane was creating a device to wipe out all of the mutants. I ran out of the factory and used my mutant breath to destroy the place. On days 27 to 29, I returned to base and revealed to my fellow mutants what Dr. Mundane was up to.
That monster is making a device to wipe out all the mutants.
Yeah, me no want to be mutant.
You're right. None of us ever asked to be this way. It's Mundane's fault that any of this has ever happened. And now he won't even let us live in peace. Suddenly, the Overlord mutant appeared in front of me.
Do not worry, my champion. We can use this to our advantage.
Who the heck is he talking to?
It's something he does. Calls him Mutant Overlord.
That guy's weird.
It seems like the dragon was here, Doctor.
Don't worry about the dragon and proceed as planned. Soon I will get rid of these freaks, once and for all.
After going over the plan with the Overlord, I flew out of the base. The Overlord told me that Dr. Mundane wasn't able to destroy all of Chemical X, so the facility must still be out there somewhere. If I was able to find enough of it, then I could use it to mutate everyone in the world at once.
There. That's where the bunker is.
I landed on the ground and entered the bunker. So this is the place where you were created?
Yes, Fozo. This is where I was born.
The entire place was abandoned, and there was no sign of life anywhere.
This place has changed a lot since I was last here. Look, there's something on the ground over there.
I collected the paper, and it revealed that people who were in this lab have relocated. I need to find a location and retrieve Chemical X. The sooner I find it, the sooner I can save all mutants. On days 33 to 35, I made my way out of the bunker, and it was about to fly off when I saw an Enderman being attacked, and not just a regular one. I could tell that he was a mutant like me, and he was being attacked by the scientist's men.
Back off.
He teleported from the charging minion and ended up in front of me. Whoa, watch where you're going.
It's the mutant dragon. Good. You freaks are coming with us. Dr. Mundane needs you.
Needs me? What does that psycho want with me? Whatever the case, it's not anything good. The Enderman and I decided to work together and get rid of the minions. The Enderman stared at a minion and froze him in place while I took him out. The other minions tried to attack me, but the Enderman teleported behind them and got rid of them. Phew, thanks for the save. But what's the deal with these minions? They were so dead set on taking one of us.
Well, I was out here enjoying my freedom when out of nowhere those idiots came and tried to capture me.
He told me that he escaped from a facility not far from here.
I happened to find this in there. Maybe you can use it.
The mutant Enderman then handed me a skeleton armor set, and it gave me 10 more hearts. Sweet. The Overlord was right. Each mutant is making me stronger than I was before. I thanked him for the added protection, and he led me to the facility. We arrived, and it looked like we were not alone. Dr. Mundane was there.
Thank you for bringing yourselves to me. Now I can continue my work.
I told the Enderman to run, and he teleported out of the facility.
His escape doesn't matter. All I need is you. Once I figure out the right formula, it won't matter where you are in the world. You'll be gone no matter what.
The scientist tried to stun me with his laser, but I was able to dodge it. Not this time. I tried to use my mutant breath to infect him, but it didn't even leave a scratch. The Overlord was right. My breath wasn't able to do much to the strong just yet. Dr. Mundane then pulled out a rocket launcher and fired it at me. The rocket knocked me to the ground and took most of my hearts away.
You need to get out of here, Bozo. You're not ready to face Mundane.
Stay out of this, Overlord. I can still fight.
Did you just say Overlord? Figures. My greatest failure is helping you.
Bozo, we need to go now.
I gathered the rest of my strength and flew out of the facility.
Coward!
On days 39 to 41, I escaped from Dr. Mundane and made it back to base. When I got there, I noticed an extra house was built and the mutant Enderman was there. The mutant zombie and mutant creeper told me that they built a house for our new guest.
The Enderman told us that you saved him and sent him here, so we decided to make him feel more comfortable.
Nice. It was good to see that everyone was starting to get along. I soon realized that working together is the best way to stop that scientist and stay alive. I gathered everyone around the base and told them that we need to find Chemical X. It's the only way that we can turn these things around. Spread out and search everywhere. If you find any trace of it, bring it back and let me know. The mutants agreed with the plan and immediately left the base in search of Chemical X.
Since you have all failed to capture the dragon or Enderman, I've decided to hire men more suited for the job. I'm tasking you men to find and capture the mutant dragon. He's the key to finishing my machine.
Sir, yes, sir!
While I decided to search for Chemical X, I decided that it would be good to keep spreading the mutation throughout the world. I spotted a town nearby that was full of people, a perfect spot to increase the mutant kind. I landed at the center of the town, and the people were surprised and angry to see me.
Go away, you freak! You don't belong here!
The crowd was booing me as well. You know what? I think you guys should join the party. I took a deep breath and used my mutant breath on all the citizens there, converting them into mutants. Now that you're all just like me, I command you to go out and cause chaos throughout the world.
This is bad. These freaks are going to survive in this world if this keeps up. I need to warn Dr. Mundane.
And where do you think you're going? I surprised the minion, and he was scared to move. If you know what's good for you, tell me where Chemical X is.
Chemical X? Dr. Mundane had us destroy that.
I roared and scared the minion even more. Don't lie to me. I know there's still some of it left. The minion finally told the truth and gave me the location of where Chemical X was held. A frozen lab, huh? Good. Thanks for giving me this information.
Now, can you please let me go?
Of course, but as a mutant, I converted the minion and flew off towards the frozen laboratory. On days 45 to 47, I was flying in the sky and spotted the lab around an icy tundra. I landed and spotted a confrontation happening outside of the place. Snow golems were being harassed by some of Dr. Mundane's men.
Leave us alone. We've done nothing to you.
Not until we're done with our experiment.
As I walked up to them, immediately they were scared of me. The minions ran away, and I was pretty bummed that they did. I really wanted to convert them into mutants. I asked the golems what the problem was, and they told me that their leader had been taken inside that lab. Don't worry, I'll bring your leader back. I destroyed the walls with my claws, only to find the leader was trapped inside of a cage. It looks like they turned into a mutant too.
Yes, but not by choice.
Well, how about we get you out of here? I released a snow golem from this cage, and we returned the other snow golems. The golem leader thanked us for freeing him, but didn't seem happy about it.
As long as this lab is here, those scientists will never stop bothering my people.
I decided to help the snow golem out by destroying it. Why don't you join me and help me stop Dr. Mundane and his men for good? The snow golem declined my offer and thought that it was best to stay with his people and protect them.
Even though I can't come along, take this. I think this will help you on your mission.
He dropped me a smash hammer. I used it, and it was extremely powerful. I thanked him and left the tundra. As I was flying back towards base, the mutant overlord appeared. He was proud of me for helping the other mutants and spreading our mutation.
This is all good, but none of that will matter if Mundane completes his potion.
You're right about that. We have to find Chemical X to boost our advantage. I made it back to base to see if anyone had any leads. I went inside, and the mutant creeper was back. He seemed spooked. Did you find any clues of Chemical X?
I tried to find some, but I immediately got attacked by some foot soldiers.
The creeper told me that while he was walking through the forest, the soldiers attacked.
They told me that Dr. Mundane sent them to capture us. I thought they were just more of his minions, but these guys were different. They were more coordinated.
The foot soldiers tried to hit the creeper with tranq darts, but he managed to escape them.
That's why I came back here, to hide from those guys.
If Mundane's soldiers came after you, they're gonna come after everyone else. I need to go out and find them fast. On days 51 to 53, I flew off to look for fellow mutants. I surveyed the ground and found a mutant Enderman being attacked by the soldiers.
Get away from me, you jerks!
Hey, leave him alone! I used my new hammer to knock the soldiers away.
The mutant dragon? Good. Dr. Mundane can now have both of you freaks.
We'll see who's a freak once you become one of us. I then blew the soldier with mutant breath. I expected him to become a mutant, but he was unaffected. What? How are you still normal?
Bozo, look out!
The Enderman teleported in front of me and got shot by the soldier's tranq dart. No!
I can't move.
You're gonna pay for that. I used my smash hammer on the soldier and was finally able to defeat him. If these new soldiers are this strong, they're gonna be a big problem later on. The Enderman was able to move again, and we quickly left the area. I think the coast is clear. You need to get back to my base and stay there. It's too dangerous out here. Before the Enderman left, he told me that he found a secret bunker deep underground.
It's not that far from here, and that could be where they're housing Chemical X.
I thanked him for the information and headed for the bunker. On days 54 to 56, I found the entrance. The bunker was completely dark and hard to see inside. I needed to be careful walking through. I don't need to draw any unwanted attention. As I went deeper into it, I saw a light nearby and walked towards it. I could hear voices from a distance, so I walked slowly. I looked around the corner and spotted Dr. Mundane talking to his minion.
That's the last of the Chemical X, Doctor. Every last drop is in the vault now.
Good. And since I'm the only one with the key, no one will be able to get it.
The mutant Enderman was right. This is where Chemical X was moved to. Now, I just needed to get the key from Mundane. I decided to sneak out of the bunker to come up with a plan, but I was shot by a tranq dart. Foot soldier? Where did you come from? I can't move.
This is Agent 5. We have the subject.
Oh no, I'm starting to pass out.
No, no, no! Why won't this dragon just die?
Huh? I woke up and found myself in a cage. Dr. Mundane was there, and he didn't look very happy. Where am I?
You're in my lab, of course, and I've failed another test on you.
Test? The scientist told me that he's been experimenting on me while I was unconscious.
I've given you about 5 different potions to kill you, and none of them work.
That's because he wasn't made by you.
The mutant overlord appeared in front of us, and the scientist wasn't pleased. Wait, you can see him? I'm not crazy.
Experiment on him all you like. You'll never find the solution to killing us.
You're not helping me out here, Overlord.
I was able to kill you, though, so eventually I'll find the solution.
You killed my body, sure, but you didn't kill my power.
Suddenly, the mutant Overlord used an energy blast to destroy my cage. Dr. Mundane was shocked, and the Overlord knocked me away with another blast. How did you...
No time to explain. We need to leave.
On days 60 to 62, I returned to the base and found that everyone was back there. It was a relief to see that everyone came back okay. I asked the mutant zombie what he was up to when we all split up.
We went into town looking for Chemical X. Town people mean to Zombie, so Zombie destroy town.
That's okay, I guess. You still helped out either way.
This is all nice and good, but we're still missing a key mutant to stop Dr. Mundane.
A key mutant?
Yes, and he has something that would be very useful against the scientist and his men.
We could use all the help we can get, so spill it.
Who is he talking to?
Just roll with it. You'll get used to it.
That is so weird.
The Overlord gave me the location, and I flew off in search of this mutant. On days 63 to 65, I was flying in the sky in search of this mutant skeleton. I managed to spot the skeleton at a graveyard and landed down to meet him. I tried to say hello, but he just freaked out.
Leave me alone.
The skeleton charged at me, and I quickly dodged him. Hey, what's your deal?
I won't let anyone hunt me down anymore.
He tried to shoot me with arrows, but I dodged those too. I quickly charged at the skeleton with my smash hammer and knocked him to the ground. Listen, the last thing I want to do is hurt my fellow mutants. He calmed down, but was still upset.
I never wanted to be a mutant in the first place. I just happened to come across a strange-looking zombie and ended up this way.
Ever since the skeleton became a mutant, society rejected him and hunted him down for the sport. I told the skeleton that I understood his pain and that I was going to get back at everyone that mistreated us mutants. But I need your help in order to accomplish this. You have something that I need. The skeleton looked at his bow and arrow and gave it to us. Because of this, I felt stronger and my breath upgraded. I thanked him for his help and pointed him towards the base. Once you go there, you'll be safe. The skeleton thanked me and headed towards my home.
Finally, now your breath can mutate those much stronger. That bow of lost souls can finally return me to the land of the living.
While I was flying, I spotted a town that was overrun with Dr. Mundane's minions.
Why don't we give the bow of lost souls a test run?
Sounds like a plan to me. I landed in the middle of the town and surprised the men there. They all came rushing at me, and I shot a soldier with an arrow. Immediately, the soldier turned into a mutant. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I started shooting more men with my arrows and mutated them. The citizens were all shocked by this outcome.
They're all freaks now, too.
Is that so? Okay, freaks, go collect their souls. The mutants obeyed my order and attacked the civilians. The mutants started collecting souls and turned some of the citizens into mutants. You were right, Mutant Overlord. This bow of lost souls is very effective against Mundane's men.
I told you, with these added souls, you have more than enough to bring me back.
I flew off from the town and headed for the old ritual site. On days 69 to 71, I arrived at an undead temple to bring back the Mutant Overlord.
Yes, this is the place. There should be a totem inside.
I entered it and spotted a spooky totem in the middle.
Now, use the bow of lost souls and shoot the totem.
I fired an arrow at the totem, and suddenly there was a large flash of light. I opened up my eyes, and the Mutant Overlord was there, in front of me. Is it you? Is it really you? The Mutant Overlord knocked me to the ground.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, but this is great. I was finally able to bring you back to the world of the living.
You've done well, and now the real fight begins with Mundane.
You're right about that. Let's head back to the cave. The other mutants will look forward to finally meeting you.
Me hungry. Me should find people to eat.
Search the place.
No sign of the other mutants, sir.
That is fine. Take the zombie and destroy the base. The dragon will come looking for his friend.
We returned to the base to find that it was completely destroyed. The mutant creeper and enderman were there as well. What happened? They told me that when they arrived at the base, everything was like this.
This must have been the scientist doing. He must have tracked our locations.
Where's the mutant zombie?
He was the last guy here when we left to get food. You don't think Dr. Mundane has him?
That's probably the case. I need to go find out where he's taken the mutant zombie. But first, we should probably clean this place up in case he decides to attack again.
Hold on a second. Who's this guy with you?
Oh, he's the Mutant Overlord. They both looked shocked and couldn't believe he was actually real. Of course he's real. You didn't think I was just talking to myself, right? They both looked at each other.
No! Of course not.
The three of us worked together to build the base back up. I also built a home for the mutant overlord to stay in. He walked inside his house, and he seemed really weak. I tried to help him, but he said he was fine.
I'm still too weak from coming back to life. You should be more than strong enough to fight the scientist and get that key.
I believed in his words, and flew off to find the mutant zombie and Dr. Mundane. On days 75 to 77, I was flying in search of the mutant zombie. While flying, I noticed a giant machine was towering over the sky. Mundane's almost finished with his machine. I need to get Chemical X before it's too late. Suddenly, I heard the sound of screaming. That was the mutant zombie. Don't worry, buddy. I'm coming. I followed the screams through the factory and went inside to find Dr. Mundane and the zombie. He was conducting more experiments and hurting him.
Drat, this potion didn't do the job either.
Leave him alone.
You stupid dragon. You never learn, do you?
I tried to hit him, but his shield protected him. The scientist tried to hit me with his laser, and I quickly dodged it. I rammed him with my smash hammer and knocked him to the ground. Dr. Mundane got up and tried to shoot me with his rocket launcher, but I was too quick and stunned him with my arrows. I grabbed the key from the doctor and tried to free the mutant zombie.
Won't work. Me trapped.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll free you.
No, get chemical. Me fine now.
Okay, but I'll be back to get you out of here. I promise. I flew out of the facility and headed for the bunker. I landed in front of the bunker's entrance, and the scientist's men were waiting for me. The foot soldier shot me with a tranq dart, but I was too strong for its effects. I used my smash hammer and knocked the soldier aside. More soldiers started to come out, and I knew that this was gonna be a long fight. I used my bow of lost souls and started mutating more of the soldiers. That should even the odds. Attack! The mutant soldiers charged at the remaining ones and started mutating and killing them. I used my mutant breath to mutate the remaining soldiers and headed inside the bunker. I walked inside and some of them tried to sneak attack me, but I quickly fired my arrows and mutated them. Now go and infect anyone else that's hiding in here. The soldiers left. I finally reached the vault and opened it with the scientist's key.
I did it! I finally did it! Now it's time to kiss all the mutants goodbye!
On days 81 to 85, I went inside of the vault, and it was full of Chemical X. I collected as much as I could and left it. Now that I have this, mutant kind will be safe and sound. I flew out knowing that I needed to go and free the mutant zombie. When I arrived, Mundane and his soldiers were nowhere in sight. Oh no. Was I too late? I ran inside the facility and found the zombie alone in his cage. Come on, buddy. You've got to get up and return to base with me.
Can't go. Scientist, finished.
But I have Chemical X. I can save you.
Too late. Go. Save mutant.
No! This is all my fault. I should have stayed and found a way to free you. I was heartbroken that my friend is now gone, but knew that the only way to avenge him was to stop Dr. Mundane. I flew out of the facility and headed back to base. I returned to base and told everyone about the zombie's death.
Deadbrain is gone. This can't be true.
I told him that it was, and the creeper was sad that he was.
I'm gonna miss him.
Everyone was feeling down over his loss, and I couldn't blame them. I was the one who was hurt the most.
Why don't we build him a memorial to remember him? That way he won't be gone for good.
We all liked his idea and went outside the base to build the mutant zombies memorial. Everyone took turns to pay respects, and I was the last one at his grave. I'm sorry, zombie. I should have stayed and saved you. The mutant overlord walked up and told me not to blame myself.
If anyone deserves the blame, it's Dr. Mundane. Now that you have Chemical X, we can finally stop the scientist.
He was right. This is all Mundane's fault, and with this chemical, I'll make sure to avenge the mutant zombie by mutating the world. On days 91 and 94, the Overlord and I gathered outside of his house to help me use Chemical X.
With this chemical, I will fuse it with your mutant breath. That way you mutate people at a much larger range.
He equipped the chemical, and I could feel my strength increasing.
Now, with this enhancement, you can use your chemical breath on Mundane's machine and turn everyone into mutants.
I made my way out of the base when the Overlord stopped me. He told me that he was proud of my accomplishments so far, and was glad that he chose me to be the champion for the mutants. None of this would have been possible without you, Overlord, so thank you. Suddenly, there was a strange noise, and I can see waves coming down from the sky. The Overlord and I started feeling pain, and I wondered what was going on.
It's Mundane. He must have finished making the machine. Hurry and stop him before he destroys all of mutant kind.
I gathered my strength and flew off for Mundane's machine. I made it to the machine, and an army of Mundane's men were waiting for me. I used my new mutant breath and infected most of the soldiers. They couldn't infect the other soldiers because of the machine and died. More soldiers came charging at me, but I used my smash hammer to knock them aside. I used my bow of lost souls on the remaining men and flew up to the top of the machine. I made my way there, but felt weaker as I got closer to the source. I got shot in the back and knocked to the ground. I turned around to see it was Dr. Mundane.
You foolish dragon, you've already lost. Just give up and succumb to the anti-mutant rays.
I tried to attack him with my smash hammer, but I was too weak to deal any damage.
You poor fool. Time to put you out of your misery.
Mundane was about to shoot me with his laser, but I drew up my last bit of strength and fired mutant breath.
You missed, idiot.
I wasn't aiming for you. Mundane turned around and realized that I infected the machine.
No!
I opened my eyes and felt my power returning to me. The mutation worked. I looked around for Dr. Mundane, but instead I saw a monster. What in the world? He then knocked me away from the machine. On day 100, I landed on an abandoned platform, and the monster jumped in front of me.
This is all your fault.
Dr. Mundane? It looks like you finally got a taste of your own medicine.
Once I get rid of you, I'll get rid of every mutant for good. This world doesn't need you.
No, Mundane. This world doesn't need you. I tried to knock him back with my smash hammer, and it didn't deal any damage. Mundane tried to smash me with his bare hands, but I used my arrows to stun him. It looks like the mutation is becoming too much for Mundane to handle. The arrows were dealing a great deal of damage. I kept firing my arrows at him and knocked him to the ground. Mundane walked up to me and was ready to smash me to pieces.
It's over.
You're right. It's over for you. I hit Mundane with my mutant breath and finally defeated him. Mundane was gone, and the world was completely turned into a mutant paradise. On day 1, I was just a little T-Rex, out with my Uncle Benosaurus searching for food.
Come on, my boy. Keep up.
I'm trying. Suddenly, the sky split open, only to reveal a giant meteor crashing down. Its giant explosion caused the entire terrain to shake, and from its blast, a wave of radioactivity shot out through our entire valley. I tried to escape, but the blast hit me, transforming me into a strange radioactive spider Rex.
My goodness, what happened to you?
I don't know, but we were cut off by a large mutated pterodactyl that swooped in, blasting my uncle to the side. No! Wait, a green goblin pterodactyl? Huh?
Oh, what just happened to me? I feel so much stronger with this new power. Let's see who the real predator is now!
He cackled maniacally as he lifted my Uncle Benosaurus and began flying off.
Bozo, run!
No! Get back here! On day 2, I was running after them, trying to follow the goblin pterodactyl. Oh, come on. Where did he go? As I was looking up, I didn't even notice that I was running right towards a ravine. But out of instinct, I shot out a web? What the heck? Ouch! Whoa, did that meteor give me powers? I tried to shoot out more webs, but nothing happened. I can't even control them? Great. I have to find out what's going on and find my uncle. I made my way out of the ravine and saw a dodo bird frantically trying to catch his breath. Hey, you! Did you see a pterodactyl anywhere? He took my...
A pterodactyl? What? No! I've got my own problems to deal with right now!
Hey, where are you going? I followed him until we ended up at the edge of a jungle. There was nothing but rumbling and destruction.
That meteor, it caused something to start rampaging through my home. It's destroying everything.
That meteor changed a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, and I saw where it landed too.
Wait, really? Where? On day 3, the dodo brought me to a part of the forest with a huge crater formed by a radioactive meteor? Maybe the pterodactyl came here. I stopped when I noticed tiny lizards were lining up to enter inside of it. And on the other end were mutated ones walking out. Whatever's down there is probably what turned me into this. I have to go inside.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Once I made it in, the tunnel of small lizards then led me to the center of the meteor. And there was its radioactive core.
What a find! Keep growing, my fellow tiny reptilians!
After a second glance, I saw that my uncle and the pterodactyl were nowhere to be found. Because of this, the mutated lizard saw me.
Is someone trying to steal our special magical rock? Get him!
On day 4, some of the tiny lizards rushed in, trying to bite me? Aw, they're so small and adorable.
No, you idiots! I meant the mutated ones! That makes a lot of sense.
The mutated ones then all charged in. Ah! In a panic, I shot out a web that swung me up, and I stuck to the ceiling?
What kind of freak are you?
How many powers do I have? But as I said this, I started to slip, and I still can't control them. Ah! I swung and headed straight for the meteor's core. I shattered it, and because of this, radioactivity began to flow within me, causing me to grow in strength. I gained 5 more hearts, and now I could roar out spider webs at will. Whoa.
You stupid dinosaur! You broke our rock! You'll pay for this!
I looked around, only to realize I was completely surrounded by the lizards. Oh no. On day 5, I was sprinting through a tunnel with a mob of angry lizards right behind me.
What did you do?
It's a long story. I barely made it out before spinning around to use my new roar to web off the meteor's exit.
I promise you, this isn't over!
Whoa, dude, did you grow?
Yeah, it looks like that meteor is mutating a lot of creatures, including the one that took my uncle.
Hey, you!
Ah! Another lizard!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you.
But wait, weren't you with those guys?
Yeah, I was. I'm not a fan of the whole mutating our bodies into big, ugly, buff reptiles thing. Oh, no offense.
None taken. The tiny lizard started to walk away from the crater. Wait, what do you want?
A few hours ago, I saw a deadly pterodactyl carrying a T-Rex overhead.
My uncle!
Yeah, I thought so. And I'll tell you where they went, but on one condition.
On day 6, the 3 of us found a nice, safe place in the jungle. So, all you want is for us to keep you safe?
Yeah, and this place is perfect for that. I mean, look at me, and look at you.
Yeah, good point. With that, I got to work, using my spider abilities to build myself a fossilized home. I was even able to make a little apartment interior for myself. Nice. Then I noticed the dodo bird making himself a home with a map planning table inside. Hey, what's this for?
With everything going on, you'll need all the help you can get. I can be your guy in the chair. The name's Ned.
Nice to finally meet you. I was then interrupted by the same maniacal laugh I heard days ago. The goblin pterodactyl.
Hurry up! I think I know where he's headed.
On day 7, I hurried through the forest, following the maniacal laughter. I'm close. It didn't take long for me to reach a tribal dinosaur town that was in complete ruins. From high above, the goblin pterodactyl dropped a heavy stone cage on some of the strong-looking dinosaurs. I wanted to help, but then smaller pterodactyls swooped in, trapping more of the dinosaurs and picking them up in the air. He's capturing more dinosaurs? But why?
Hello, alphas. Who's the real predator now? It's me, When the big boom is ready, all of you will be history. And the forests will learn why the winged are superior.
He unleashed a powerful blast, exploding one of the buildings entirely. Big Boom? What is he planning?
Now, bring these prisoners back to the Stone Peaks.
All the pterodactyls flew off with the cages, leaving the town deserted. The Stone Peaks? Is that where they live?
That's right. And I know just where that is. Come with me.
I followed along until we reached a beach cove filled with sacred crystal shards. Whoa. And far beyond, I could see the foot of the Stone Peaks. My uncle, he's in there. On day 8, the lizard headed back home as I began to run through the crystal coves. But out of nowhere, a group of masked dinosaurs emerged from the sand. Ah, hey, what the?
Halt, newcomer, and leave now!
What? No, I need to get past here to get to the Stone Peaks.
We own these coves and do not permit any trespassers! Although...
They quickly huddled together, whispering amongst themselves.
Okay, come with us!
I listened and followed them into a separated part of the cove where they had a whole camp. And at its center was a radioactive hot spring. Everywhere's been affected by that meteor, huh? Then, in front of me, walked another masked figure. A blue duck?
Hey, what are you looking at, huh? You judging me or something?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's right. Good. It's always the T-Rexes that are so judgmental. Oh, and you there. You should do yourself a solid and buy a Fozo plush. Believe it or not, they're even better looking than I am.
Okay.
Ignore him. My people say you wish to pass through our cove, then we need something from you.
What? From there, one of the dinos led me to a devastated area on the beach. Palm trees were destroyed, and there was fire all around.
A beast has made its way here. If you can capture it and stop its destruction, you will earn safe passage. Do we have a deal?
On days 9 to 10, while making my way through the devastated beach, I heard loud rumbling. Wait, that sounds familiar. Oh no, the beast that destroyed Ned's home. As I realized this, the tree line bursted open, revealing a massive radioactive rhino.
Destroy! Break! Destroy!
Wait! But it didn't listen and charged through the terrain, wrecking trees, rocks, and anything in its path. Hey, get back here! Stop! I chased it as it ran through more and more trees. Calm down! Sit! How about a treat? It was all no use as it destroyed the last tree in the area. Finally, a dead end. But the beast then turned towards me.
Destroy! Break!
Oh no. It lowered its head and charged right at me. Trying to slow it down, I used my webs on the ground, but it just leapt over them. This is not gonna end good.
What a nice, relaxing break.
Get out of the way! Finally, I made it back to the Crystal Cove camp as the rhino tore through the town.
You brought it here?
I panicked, okay? As I said this, the rhino charged in, hitting me so hard that it sent me right into the radioactive hot spring. But as soon as I hit the water, the radiation soaked into me, causing me to gain even more power. I gained 5 more hearts and became even more powerful. Did I just grow stronger again?
Help us!
The small masked dinos were being cornered by the rhino, but a new confidence surged within me. Stay away from them. As As I jumped out of the spring, I threw out a web and realized I can control my web swinging now. I swung above the rhino and used his confusion to let out a huge roar, trapping him in a web prison.
Can't destroy, can't break. Sad.
Hopefully, you'll learn your lesson with this little timeout. All of the dinos then cheered and came towards me.
Thank you. Thank you. You are granted passage through our lands for eternity.
Thank you. Now, I'm on my way, Uncle. On days 13 to 14, I finally made it to the foot of Stone Peaks, and there, flying throughout, were more pterodactyls. I tried to use my webs to swing up and get closer, but... Ouch! How am I ever going to get used to that? I began to investigate and saw one of the land dinosaurs from before. They were all working under the Green Goblin's watch, building something. And those that tried to resist were instantly killed. I gotta do something. That's when I saw Uncle Benosaurus. But when I rushed towards him, I was suddenly hit from the side. Ah! Wait. You.
Someone came here voluntarily. Aha, very smart.
Zip it and give me my uncle back.
Wait, you're that little tiny T-Rex I saw. And I can see you've also been mutated. Well, in that case, I'll give you one chance. Join me, and we'll see what our powers can really do to the rest of these filthy reptiles. Or you could die.
I looked towards my weakened uncle, and without a second thought, I roared a web at the pterodactyl. But he dodged and immediately fired back with a powerful, explosive roar. Ah! On days 15 to 16, I was low on health between my uncle and the Green Goblin pterodactyl.
I told you to run far, far away.
Yeah, well, I couldn't just leave you. You're all the family that I have. The pterodactyl unleashed another attack, but I reacted quickly, creating a shield of web around us.
Listen to me. These pterodactyls are planning something.
Planning something? Like what?
All I've heard is that it's centered around a volcano.
A big boom.
Yes, and if they aren't stopped, it could possibly be the end to not only land dinosaurs, but all creatures.
Another explosion blasted against my webs. One more hit, and they'll break. Okay, well, let's go then. We can hide and find a way to survive.
And what? Let everyone else die? It's not the right thing to do. You need to escape here and do what's right.
But what about you? My shield of webs finally shattered.
I will be a distraction. Go!
Uncle Benosaurus charged into the pterodactyl. No!
Leave now!
Reluctantly, I rushed towards the exit tunnel. On days 17 to 18, I safely returned to base. No, my uncle! I still couldn't save him! I'm not gonna be able to stop that pterodactyl. He's too strong. Then I heard Ned's voice.
And if it's here, then it could be here too.
Did you get some upgrades? Inside, he was busy planning and talking to himself. Whoa, calm down. It's me.
Sorry, I've been busy. I'm trying to map out all the areas that the radioactivity has effects. It's so much more than we think.
I couldn't stop the pterodactyl now, but if absorbing radiation made me stronger, maybe I could if we find more.
Yeah, I've clearly missed a lot. But besides the point, you're gonna want to see this.
Ned led me over to an icy room he made in our base, and there was a small ice cyclops.
I'm an ice clops, actually, thanks to the radiation.
Wait, do you know where more is?
Yeah, sadly. The radiation turned my entire home and people into icy creatures. I got split up from them.
Well, we can help you get back to your people in exchange for more radiation.
You want more radiation? hallucination? Wow, you really are crazy. Okay, deal.
On days 19 to 21, the Iceclops and I journeyed to the entrance of a tundra valley that was undergoing a heavy snowstorm. We have to get through here?
It's the only way to enter the tundra. And if I went alone, it would have been a death sentence.
Why's that?
You don't want to know.
We began to push through the valley until reaching a deep drop into a chasm below. The only way across is this thin ice bridge. Walking on this is a death sentence. Just then, ice spikes began to fall all around us. And on a nearby boulder was a saber-toothed tiger. It immediately leapt and tried to claw at me. Hey, where did you come from?
I am Craven, the tundra's top hunter, and you are my prey.
I tried to roar at him, but he just leapt through it and slashed at me again. His hit pushed me onto the icy bridge, which already started to crack. I guess I don't have a choice. On days 22 to 26, I was in full sprint, trying to cross the collapsing bridge.
No one escapes my hunt.
Your hunt? Stay away from me! The bridge cracked under our combined weight, causing us both to fall. Ah! But I sent out my web, and for the first time ever, I was swinging with confidence. Woohoo! Craven was not giving up, though, and leapt from rock to rock along the walls. Seriously? We both made a final jump, barely making it to the other side. Okay, stop! I don't want to fight you.
Prey don't get a say.
He charged at me, just as a freezing pile of snow completely covered both of us. My vision blurred, and once it cleared, I realized that the snow was a trap. Craven and I were inside of a glacier arena, surrounded by bandit penguins, and there, overseeing it all, was a giant mutated octopus.
Welcome to our side of the tundra. This is how we do things here.
Release me at once.
No way, pal.
Silence! Welcome to my experiment.
Experiment?
Why, yes. I am a doctor, after all. I specialize in researching the perfect form of entertainment. Battles to the death.
What?
For years, I've searched for which species would supply the best research. And you two are the best test subjects yet. So, begin!
In a burst of speed, Craven lunged and slashed at me. Ah!
Tear off his head!
What are you doing?
Killing you. And then, when they let me out, I'll kill that octopus too.
He attacked again, but I dodged. Stop! Look, we need to team up to escape this place, all right? I quickly looked around the arena and noticed the ice near the octopus was cracked. There! Look, if we both work together and slam into that wall, we can break free. Come on, what do you say? On days 30 to 32, Craven and I teamed up and charged at the ice wall.
What are you doing?
The octopus flailed as we crashed into it, causing the water and the octopus to flood into the arena.
You're ruining my experiment!
Sorry, Dr. Octopus, but your experiment sucks. It lashed out with its tentacles and started to slam down everywhere. Each one of his hits was so powerful. Ah!
The water! We must get rid of it!
Right! I tried to use my webs to cut off the water, but it wasn't working. Doc then raised his tentacle, about to strike Craven, but suddenly the wall began to freeze back over, cutting off the water. Wait, what? I looked up, and there in the stand was the Iceclops. Wait, you have ice powers?
Yeah, I told you, I'm an Iceclops, and I hate it!
Whoa, okay, jeez. Dr. Octopus was stuck, weakened, without any water.
No, I just wanted a perfect experiment.
Yeah, this guy is crazy.
Thank you for saving me. I
Yes, I've decided that I won't keep trying to slash you into a million pieces.
Thanks.
Come on, we aren't very far away from my home.
On days 33 to 35, the Iceclops brought me to a small camp in the tundra. The recently transformed frozen village was covered in glowing green ice. And in its center was a large radioactive ice glacier.
As promised, the crystal is yours. Please take it.
Of course. Thank you. I bit into the large radioactive ice as its power surged through me. I grew even stronger, gaining 5 more hearts and the ability to charge at my enemies. I even gained spidey senses. Whoa, sweet. But is it enough to take on the goblin pterodactyl?
Yeah, I heard about him.
Wait, you have?
Yeah. His crazy plan is impacting everyone. Whenever my people hear his laugh, we know to hide. He's building something. Rumors say it's a meteor, one that's bigger than that radioactive one.
He's creating an entire meteor? That's not good. On days 36 to 39, I returned to base, bringing all of the Iceclopses with me. It's not safe for you guys to be out there by yourselves anymore. You can stay here. I helped build up the icy room from before to fit all of them.
Thanks. I still hate this ice stuff, but it's pretty all right.
I'm glad to hear it. I turned to walk towards my home when I saw Ned looking really sad. Hey, what's the matter?
I'm okay, I guess. That meteor just made me think a lot. My home's destroyed, and I wish I could do more than just this.
Yeah, well, you've helped me a lot.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm just a dodo bird.
Yeah, a really smart one. Just then, we were interrupted by molten rock that exploded between us. Ah! More rocks began raining down from above. Huh? We rushed to check outside the base, only to see that in the distance was a deadly volcano, and it was very active. On days 40 to 44, the two of us approached the foot of the volcano. The goblin, he's here. Ned followed behind me as we found an entrance to its base. Just stay close.
This place is crazy.
Quiet. We snuck through until finally reaching the main chamber. There, above a pool of lava, was a giant meteor. It was being held up by multiple pillars in the chamber, and more pterodactyls were there, forcing land dinosaurs to make it bigger. That's how he plans to use it. When this volcano erupts, it'll launch that thing right into the sky.
And whenever it lands, who knows how much destruction it'll cause?
We have to stop it. Now, I charged into the chamber, heading right towards the meteor.
What? Are you crazy?
With a powerful roar, my webs were wrapped around it. But the pterodactyls took notice and flew into attack. Ah! Before I could roar out again, one of them scooped me up and threw me into another room. Ow! There before me was my uncle and the green goblin pterodactyl.
Ah, the itsy bitsy spider fell right into my trap.
Let my uncle go!
Who? Him?
He roared at Uncle Benosaurus, and its explosion made him so weak. No! I was about to run in, but he stopped me.
You do anything, and he's dead. I have eyes and ears everywhere. A Spider Rex traveling the world to stop my plans? I'm planning a miracle. Don't you see it?
No. If you launch that meteor, even you pterodactyls will be killed. Can't you see that?
And what's so bad about that? What's so bad with a little change? Well, you are about to experience a very, very big one.
What? No! I lunged forward, but he blasted my uncle with another attack. Uncle Benosaurus fell to the ground weaker than ever.
Bozo, listen to me. You have a gift, a power, and with great power comes great responsibility. Remember that. Remember.
Uncle? No! Whoa! I unleashed a roar louder than I ever had before, blasting the goblin out of the room. Uncle, he's gone. That pterodactyl. He's going to pay for this! I then heard a noise coming from nearby. What is that? On days 48 to 52, I made my way down a separate tunnel that revealed a caged dinosaur.
Please, for the love of all reptiles, let me out before that goblin returns.
I blasted open his cage, letting him go. You were another prisoner?
That monster, he threatened my family. If I didn't do what he wanted, he would have killed them.
Wait, what did he make you do? Before he could explain, the volcano began to rumble. Hurry, we need to get out of here first. We escaped to a distant clearing.
Look, the radioactivity, it's changed a lot of dinosaurs. It made my people gain enhanced intelligence, hence the glasses. But then he forced me to create something for him.
So you helped him design the meteor?
Well, yes, but all I want to do is stop all of this. Back at my home, we may find a countermeasure to his plans.
Okay, it's worth a try. Lead the way. On days 53 to 56, I followed the intelligent dinosaur into a whole futuristic city. All around were civilized dinos.
Food! Get your food here!
Oh, I'm starving. I'd like some food, please.
You got any money?
What's money?
Look at this idiot-asaurus. Not so smart, are you?
Rude.
Ignore them. The facility that can help you is this way.
He brought me over to the city's destroyed building. This is the facility? Doesn't look like much.
No. This is the city's power plant. Something must have happened.
Indeed, something bad happened. This plant is used to harness the radioactivity that transformed us. But not long ago, a power-hungry creature broke in, turning him into something else.
Like what? Just then, thunder rang out from a distant mountaintop.
Oh, I have an idea. If you can lure that thing back here and trap it, we can siphon its radioactivity back and restore the plant. Here, take this beacon. It's sure to draw him in.
All right, I'm on it. On days 57 to 59, the thunderstorm worsened as I got closer to the top of the mountain. Oh man, what kind of creature is this? The trees opened to a crystal arena. Whoa. Lightning struck down near me, and I looked up to see an electric dragon circling above.
Now I, Electro, will be the strongest!
Electro? What a lame name. Here goes nothing. I activated the device that drew in power before shooting up pure electric energy. But Electro didn't seem to notice. I guess I have to be closer. I saw the perfect spot with glowing crystal platforms leading up to it. Jumping from platform to platform, I used my spidey sense to know where the lightning would strike, dodging each one. Piece of cake. I then leapt between the platforms, but the final one broke under me. Okay, too close. Hey, you! I turned on the machine, finally gaining its attention.
What? Who are you? Power? Electricity! It will be mine!
Why did I think this would be easy?
Stop running!
On days 60 to 63, I raced back into the dinosaur city. Can you stop zapping me for like 2 seconds? I was about to make it back to the power plant, where I saw a newly built machine attached to it. That looks like the spot. Almost there. Suddenly, a yell caught my attention. One of the dragon's attacks ignited a building, and a young raptor was trapped on the roof.
Help me!
Oh no, what now? Glancing between the burning building and the plant, I knew that I had to make a decision. The floor under the raptor broke, but as they started to fall, I shot my webs, saving them just in time. Phew, thank goodness.
Pathetic! You don't deserve your power!
From one bolt of lightning, I was down to extremely low health.
I will take your power, and after I kill you, I'll burn this whole city and everyone in it!
No. But I thought back to my uncle's words.
With great power comes great responsibility.
No, you won't! Using my remaining strength, I swung directly at the dragon, knocking him into the machine. Electro was now being held in the machine by his own radioactive electricity. Okay, what do I do now?
There! Hit that button!
I saw it and made a break for it. My spidey senses tingled again as I nearly dodged his claws.
No!
With that, all the radiation was pulled from Electro as he exploded in an array of lightning. Whoa! Thankfully, no one was hurt, and the radiation was stored in the machine.
Yes! We can power the city again!
I think I have a better idea. Hey, Fozo, you said you need this stuff to stop that crazy pterodactyl, right?
Yeah, I do, but...
It's alright. You showed me today that you can be as smart as you want, but it's your bravery that shows what it means to be a hero. Please, take it and use it to take down that goblin.
I went up and absorbed the radiation, causing me to grow even stronger. I gained 5 more hearts and could now summon a chain of webs. Awesome. I looked around at all the destruction in the city, and I think I have an idea. On days 69 to 73, I returned to base with the intelligent dinosaurs. Because of them and their high tech, we were able to build up new defenses with secure walls and reinforce our homes. Whoa, talk about smart. With all of this space, we need to find and shelter more dinosaurs, especially if that meteor hits.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I looked over and saw Ned's home was now fully stocked with guy in the chair, technology, and equipment.
This is sweet!
Wow, look at how thankful he is. With that, I took some time to build up a grave for Uncle Benosaurus, placing a sign with his last words. I will stop the goblin for him and for everyone. Ned rushed up to me excitedly.
Hey! Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. What's up?
Well, with this new gadget, I think I found something. I've detected a massive spike in radioactivity, bigger than anything we've seen before.
All right. Where is it?
It's at my old home.
On days 74 to 77, I made it into the bamboo forest. It didn't take long for me to see that mutated mushrooms took over the area. With walking mushrooms? What the? Just before one of them saw me, I was hit into a hidden cave by a monkey. Whoa, what's going on out there?
Look around. Our once beautiful jungle has been overtaken by the very plants that filled it.
Mushrooms. There's always something. I looked out into the forest and noticed a tall, radioactive tree in the distance.
That's what caused these mushrooms to come to life.
So, we break the tree, we destroy the mushrooms. I ran up to the massive trunk and tried to take it down with all my strength, but it wouldn't budge. Come on!
Wait, our king could take it down easily. He's been mutated from this stuff too. The only thing is, those mushrooms captured him.
Well, where did they take him? On days 78 to 80, we approached the mutant mushroom camp. Their gross fungi was starting to spread throughout the entire jungle. Ugh, gross.
We can't even eat bananas anymore, man. It sucks.
I then saw the Monkey King, a green mutated gorilla. He fought to break out of his stone cage, but the mushroom guards were keeping a close watch. How do we free him?
Do I look like a mushroom? I don't know.
Okay, shush. Just stay close behind. We stealthily navigated the camp, avoiding the mushrooms as they patrolled. The two mushrooms went down a tunnel. Let's follow them. We did, until arriving in an underground kitchen. Wait, are they eating smaller mushrooms? Okay, that's just messed up, man. Wait, look. I saw across the room was a switch. There. As I went over to flip it, I stumbled into a large mushroom guard. His call alerted all the others in the camp. Oh no! It came close and tried to slam into me with its head. Thankfully, I dodged over the switch and flipped it.
Hulk, smash!
On days 81 to 85, I ran up to the surface and watched as the Gorilla Hulk was rampaging throughout the camp. Yes! But then from behind me came the large mushroom guard. Whoa! I used my new web chains to take him down.
You free me?
Yep, to help us destroy that tree. You in? Quickly, Hulk leapt up to the trees as I swung to keep up behind him.
Tree, smash!
Yep, right there with you. Glad you got the point. Together, we reached the radioactive tree. And with a mighty slam, Gorilla Hulk caused the entire thing to collapse. Because of this, the essence of the tree flowed through the air and into me. I gained 10 more hearts and became even stronger. I'm the most mutated T-Rex ever. Looking around, I noticed the monkeys and their king were so happy. As I said this, though, I felt the ground rumbling beneath us. Oh no, the meteor. It's complete. On days 86 to 90, I ran as fast as I could to the volcano. And there was the goblin.
All you little dinosaurs, line up! It's time for the show!
All the land dinosaur prisoners were being forced into cages at the foot of the volcano. The meteor was ready, and the volcano is about to erupt.
Finally, my big boom is here!
I need to save them, but I'm gonna need some backup. Oh no, I gotta hurry. On days 91 to 94, I went back to base and quickly gathered everyone.
That volcano, it's ready!
Are we safe here? What are we gonna do?
Hey, everyone calm down. We've got this.
Listen up. I know some of you are scared, and that's okay. It's normal to feel scared, but it's what we do in these moments that matter. My uncle taught me many things, but I know one thing for sure, and it's that we all have to do the right thing. It's our responsibility. And I could use a little bit of help carrying that weight. Are you guys up for it?
I'm with you.
You can count on us, Fozo.
What the heck? Yes, I'll help.
Thank you. Now, here's the plan. On days 95 to 99, Ned and I stood in the clearing of the foot of the volcano.
Well, if it isn't the itsy-bitsy spider come to burn like the rest of them.
We're here to stop you. You can't go through with this. Please, I'm not asking again.
Oh, you're trying to scare me now? Oh, get him!
Groups of pterodactyls came flying into attack, but as they got close...
Can I do it?
Now! Ned frantically jumped in the air and flapped his wings.
That's the signal. Fire!
With that, a barrage of high-tech missiles flew in and exploded the pterodactyls.
What?
Yes! With that distraction, the lizard snuck around and picked all of the locks on the cages.
Go! Run that way! Over the hill!
Suddenly, the ground shook, and out from the volcano spouted small meteors. No! I was about to run and help the dinosaurs escape, but...
It's okay, Fozo. We can take him out. You just need to deal with him.
On day 100, I felt like the whole earth began to shake as I ran up the volcano to finally come face to face with the goblin.
Stupid! I didn't need those fools anyways. All I need is right here. My perfect plan has come into being.
It won't! We began to fight as his explosive attacks hit me extremely hard, but I was prepared. I used all the abilities I had gained along the way, my spidey senses and webs to even dodge his attacks. Yeah! With a powerful explosive, Goblin sent me back towards the edge of the volcano. Ah!
Poor Spider X. I bet your Uncle Benosaurus would be so disappointed in you right now. To come so far and still fail!
It shook violently as I could see the meteor down below. No, I can do this. I know that my uncle's proud of me because I'm doing the right thing. Just as the meteor rose up, I roared with more power than I ever had before, causing a massive web to shoot over the peak of the volcano, trapping the meteor inside.
What? Impossible!
My spider senses caught on to his attack as I dodged and hit him head on with my webs, taking down the goblin for good. And with that, the entire dinosaur world could now somewhat live in peace. On day 1, I was built inside of a jungle as a baby mecha tiger. All around were regular tigers who were all staring at me.
Welcome to your family, little one. I created you because our jungle, it's in danger.
It is? Why? Just then, the nearest tree line burst open, only to reveal a large mecha kingdom. Mechanized knights went throughout and started to destroy our entire biome.
Clear the area!
No!
Yes! Destroy this filthy nature and the animals that live in it. Soon, my mecha kingdom will be built here in the name of King Detron.
I ran around and watched as my fellow tigers were either captured or killed.
It's too late. If that king succeeds, this entire jungle will be wiped out. You are a tiger at heart and are the only one who can stop this. Ah! You have to escape, my child. No!
On day 2, I ran for my life. Crazy mechs were flying overhead and used their advanced technology to industrialize the land. What the? Trains? Trains and deadly drill carts were now everywhere, taking down all of the jungle's resources. No, my home. This is horrible. Oh no. In my panic, I used a strange ability to jump up really high and land on the train. Wow! Whoa! As a mecha tiger, I have special powers? Sweet.
What the? A mecha tiger on my train? Where's your ticket?
Ticket? I don't have one.
Then prepare to be punished!
Wait, no, please wait! But the mecha conductor didn't listen and began to swing at me with his large axe. Wah! I ran away as fast as I could, but in a matter of seconds, I was cornered.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of us, buddy. No ticket, no ride.
Having nowhere left to go, I decided to jump!
Stupid tiger! Ain't destroying those trees!
I have to stop this entire mecha kingdom? But how? Just then, I heard someone yelling.
Not the potatoes!
Huh? I went over to see an entire farm was being destroyed, and a small scared ferret ran up to me.
Whoa, another mech! Please, mister, you gotta help!
Help? With what? Just then, exploding out of the barn was a very angry mecha turkey.
With that!
On day 3, the mecha turkey continued his destruction amongst the farming outposts.
Please, mister! We've been growing those carrots all year! Oh!
Hey! I ran in towards him, and to my surprise, I let out a powerful roar, sending him back. What the? How many abilities do I have?
Not working under King Atron? When I turn you in, that will change!
The mecha turkey charged straight in to attack me. He had deadly rocket blasters, and each explosion was able to take out chunks of my health. Gah! Oh no, I can't go out like this.
You won't alone.
Huh? I turned to see a few villagers lined up, armed with farming gear.
You mess with the farm, you mess with us!
The villagers joined the battle. They definitely weren't the strongest, but were creating enough distraction for me to get my hits in.
No, this is Thanksgiving all over again!
And with that, the mecha turkey was defeated. Left over on the ground was its rocket blasters. Whoa, better grab that. I went to pick them up. And as I did, something began to happen. My body was built up even larger. And not only did I have 10 hearts, but the rocket blasters had attached directly to my body. Whoa, I just took his powers.
You took down one of King Afton's Mecha Knights. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Mecha Knight? What's that?
Well, King Atron has the strongest army in the world that's led by his 6 Mecha Knights, each being completely different than the last in power and strength. It's why his kingdom is considered unstoppable.
Whoa, maybe I can take down those Mecha Knights and use their powers to stop King Atron's tyranny once and for all.
Well, I know where another one is, but it'll cost you protection from the other animals. I'm a small guy, you know.
Okay, deal. The ferret was happy and brought me over to his home. Whoa, a jungle hideout, huh? This place is completely untouched.
And it's home.
On day 5, I quickly went to work on making this place my home. I made a nice mecha-themed tiger den to stay in, and even added some nice mecha-themed blocks throughout as well. Ah, perfect. Before I could celebrate for too long, though, I was hit from behind. Ah!
Another mech? You'll pay for what your friend did!
The player ran in and started to swing at me with his wooden sword. Ah, dude, back off! What are you even talking about? With my new rockets, I blasted him back. You saw another mech?
Yeah, and it destroyed our party, man! Come on, I'll show you!
I followed after the player until making it to a destroyed beach party. A couple of other players were in hiding and looked totally defeated. Where's the mech?
I'm not gonna show you. That's a death sentence! Unless
what? I was brought to the edge of a savanna, and there was a strong-looking outpost.
Recently, a faction came by and stole all of me and my friend's gear. If you get it back for us, then I'll show you where that stupid mech went.
Okay, you've got yourself a deal. On day 6, I hopped on top of the outpost walls to take a look inside. I saw that this place was run by a bunch of creepers.
Good thing we got that loot, you know. If we didn't, I would have erupted. Yeah, George, it's in our DNA too.
I better be careful. When no one was looking, I quickly jumped down and was able to break a window and head indoors. There, on one of the walls, was a vault. Their things must be in there. Bingo! I opened it, and I was right. It was full of the players' loot. Too easy. Please don't.
Intruder!
The alarms throughout the outpost went off, and the creeper charged in towards me. He had crazy explosions, but thanks to my new upgrade, he didn't stand a chance. It didn't have to be like this. I quickly got all the stolen loot and ran outside, but in front of me was a row of the creepers. Oh no, I'm surrounded.
You come to my home and steal from me?
You started it. This doesn't belong to you. Having to think fast, I shot out an explosion on the roof, causing it to fall down and onto them.
Ah, no! He's getting away!
With them distracted, I made a break for it out of their home.
We will find you!
On day 7, I made it back to the players' beach party, but they were all crying in their hot tub. Cha, man, this sucks! Oh, quit whining. Here you go. I gave them all their gear, and they looked a lot happier. Cha, this is more like it. My confidence is totally back. All right, we had a deal.
Right.
I followed the geared up players, and it wasn't long until we made it to another beach party. Players were panicking throughout, and in the midst of it all was a deadly mecha wolf.
The shores belong to King Atron.
Not on my watch. The players and I charged in after him. He blasted crazy spews of fire at us and had heavy bites to knock us back. Why aren't you like other wolves, man? With one more giant slam, the wolf blew open a hole beneath the two of us, which made us fall. We were now in a very dangerous lava cave. One drop, and we are done for.
You are strong. Join us. Be on the winning side.
Never. You hurt my people, and you will pay. He was very weak from all the damage and began to run away from me. Oh, no you don't. I began to jump from rock to rock, chasing after him. I was built to be a tiger, so I was a lot faster than he was. As we resurfaced, I dealt a finishing hit.
It doesn't matter. The king now knows of your existence. He will find you.
That's not good. On day 8, I picked up the Mecha Wolf scrap piece. After it merged with me, I had 15 hearts and was able to shoot out fire beams from my tail. Sweet. From there, I went back to the beach and quickly helped the players build it back up to what it once was. Cha! Party time!
After what that mecha army did, I'd be happy to help you take him down. Aw.
Okay, sweet. I brought the player back to my base and quickly got to work making him his very own home to stay in, with its own armory as well. That way, you can never lose your loot again.
Just sweet.
From there, I made some extra tiger dens, just in case I found more of my people. I hope they're safe.
Oh, there you are! I still haven't shown you that Mecha Knight! Come on!
I followed the ferret out of the hideout until reaching what looked to be an ancient passageway.
The key to finding the next Mecha Knight is through these doors!
And what's the next Mecha Knight?
The Mecha Dragon!
I split up from the ferret and was about to enter, but saw that it was locked? What? Come on! Before I could do anything, water was placed over my head. Ah! In a matter of seconds, I short-circuited. On days 9 to 10, I came back online, only to see I was in a display case. In a carnival? There were zombies roaming around and stopping to look at me.
Welcome to the Moon Carnival, a place meant for fun and games.
Let me go! I broke out of my cage and made a break for the exit. But on the way there, I saw a strange-looking key. The key for the temple.
You are a bad tiger. Get back in your case right now.
No, I'm gonna take that key.
That key's a prize. You want it? You have to earn it, pal.
Okay, bring it. The clown zombie brought me over to a course full of games and challenges.
No zombie has ever completed both of the courses in a row. But if you do, I'll let you go and give you the key.
He walked over and began to ring the carnival's bells.
Let the game commence!
On days 11 and 12, I started off the first challenge, which was a task to knock down all the cups.
Take ball.
Ha! I don't need that. Using my rocket blasters, I was able to knock all of the bottles down in one hit.
Now, the final challenge.
From there, I was met with a speed challenge.
Finish the course before your timer is done. 3, 2, 1, go!
For any normal zombie, this course would have been tough. But using my fire jump and gadgets, I was pushing through it fast. Until...
Slow down!
In a matter of seconds, a barrage of zombies started to flood the course. And they all tried to get in the way to stop me. Ah! No! The timer was going down, and I only had 5 seconds left. Thinking quickly, I used my fire tail attack to make all of the zombies panic. Because of this distraction, I finally made it to the finish line. But
too bad, sport. You were 1 second too late. You lose.
No. In the midst of my defeat, an explosion sounded off at the entrance of the carnival. There waiting was Kingatron with his mecha army. Oh no, he found me. On days 13 to 14, Kingatron's men began to rampage throughout the carnival and destroy everything they could.
I know you're here somewhere, you toy down. Find him now. With enough rewiring, he will be my new pet.
What?
No, my home!
We gotta go right now. They're too powerful. The clown listened to me. He grabbed the key, and the two of us made a break for it.
That king, you're against him?
Yeah, I am. Because I said this, the clown threw over the key to me. Whoa, thanks.
Anything to stop that jerk. He can't just take things that don't belong to him.
Tell me about it. With that, the clown zombie and I split ways, and I was able to unlock the temple's entrance. Sweet. I headed inside, and there, waiting at its center, was a large dead tree that was alive? Ah!
I am the Elder Tree.
Hi, tree, sir. I'm here looking for the Mecha Dragon.
The very thing that's hunting me down? It's a lost cause. The only way you find the Mecha Dragon is if he finds you first.
Wait, you said he's hunting you down?
His mission is to find any tree he can and burn it to the ground. If he burns me down, then the rest of the jungle will fall with me.
I think I have an idea, but you may not like it. On days 15 to 16, the Elder Tree followed behind me, and I set him in the middle of an empty plains.
Is this really necessary?
That dragon wants to find you, and so let's set a trap he won't expect. Just then, rustling went throughout the nearby trees. Oh no, it's here. In a matter of seconds, entered the beast. Wait, it's a sheep?
The plan didn't work, genius.
The sheep was then crushed by the large Mecha Dragon. Oh no, it totally worked. He's massive. Without hesitation, the dragon flew straight in towards the Elder Tree. I prepared ahead of time though, and flipped a lever which caused a protective dome to build up around him. I quickly shot at the dragon and gained its attention. Yeah, stay away from him. The dragon was very angry and began to fly right at me. Deadly beams were being fired down all around me, and I knew I wouldn't last long. How am I gonna defeat him like this? He can fly! Just then, I stumbled upon a snow biome. Maybe the storm here is bad enough to bring him down. I have to try. I quickly ran in, and as he followed, the blizzard was too much for him. My plan was working.
Where did you go, you weakling?
I used the snowy landscape to my advantage and was able to get the jump on him. Take this! Before he could spot me, I was able to hide away again and continue to get the upper hand. Whoa, I'm actually doing it!
Enough games!
With a massive beam attack, the dragon shot all around himself, destroying all of my cover. Oh no! He ran towards me to take me down, but right before he could reach me, a tech-like explosion occurred right on top of him. What? Because of this distraction, I was able to deal the final hit on the dragon, taking him down for good. What was that?
It was me.
I looked over to see there, standing over a nearby hill, was my creator. You're alive.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you, my boy.
Thanks, Pops. I looked over and saw the dragon dropped down his piece of scrap. After picking it up, I gained an additional 5 hearts. Not only was I larger in size, but I now had grown my very own tiger wings. Like the dragon, I can now fly around as I please. Whoa, this is amazing!
Now that we have united, I must show you something.
I followed my creator until arriving back at the entrance of our jungle, but it was completely different. Lots of its trees were gone, and an empire was beginning to be built up.
The rest of our tigers, they're in there.
Not for long, but I need to get you home safe first. On days 19 to 21, I brought my father and the Elder Tree back to base with me. I got to work, building up a nice place right next to my home for my dad. And inside, the two of us worked together to build up a really sick lab.
I might be able to make you some pretty cool stuff. Give me some time.
Sounds good. I walked out and saw that the Elder Tree had made its home right at the center of the base.
This place will do. For now.
Yeah. I walked over to check on the ferret, who was standing in front of a chest.
Open now. Okay.
The ferret opened it, which caused a huge explosion to ignite throughout our base. Ah! What the heck? Huh? I turned to see a troll?
Uh-oh, the jig is up.
Hey, not so fast! The troll tried his best to get away, but with my new wings, I was able to survey the skies and spotted him climbing up a nearby mountain. Bingo! I landed just as he got to the top, only to see that I was at an entire troll town?
Dude, come on! He was just an innocent troll!
You could have killed someone!
Well, that's who I am! A trolling troll!
Trolling troll? Oh. On days 22 to 26, I walked throughout the troll town, and it was absolute chaos. Trolls ran throughout, continuously pranking each other and causing nothing but destruction. I better get out of here. I was about to fly away, but then I saw it. At the end of their town, being hung over lava, was one of the king's mecha knights. Whoa, what happened? Gah! What the heck?
Get pranked, loser!
Yeah, that's what I thought. I went over to the mech, but was quickly cut off by a group of the trolls. Hey, hand it over.
Oh, nope. We pranked this sucker a few days ago. We turned him off.
Yeah, he's ours now!
Come on, there has to be a way I can take it.
Huddle up. I'm gonna TNT. Follow me.
I followed the troll until making it to the edge of a large TNT build.
In that TNT lives the trickster. He's a new guy who thinks he's better at pranking than we are. If you can help us pull off the best prank ever on him, we will happily trade the mech.
Okay, deal. On days 27 to 29, I entered the TNT house. But as I did, gas started to fill the room. Oh no!
I was expecting a visitor. You've fallen right into my trap.
The gas was getting to me and caused the room to start to terraform. I was now in a large TNT maze. Whoa, I must be hallucinating. I gotta find a way to snap out of it. I began to go throughout the TNT maze, but around every corner, there was a different prank. Whoa!
You think you can harm my home, you see? You won't get the chance.
I kept pushing on, dodging all of the pranks I could. But not only was my vision getting weaker, but so were my hearts. Ugh. Thankfully, though, I finally made it to the center. And standing there was the large trickster.
I did not think you'd make it this far, but this will be your end.
Let me free! I ran to the trickster, but he had an ability to disappear and appear as he pleased. Not only that, but he had very strong explosive attacks. Gah!
Just give up before I accidentally misfire!
Misfire? That's it! On days 30 to 32, I looked around at all the TNT around us. With my fire tail, I shot all around the room, causing the TNT to ignite.
No! What are you doing?
Get pranked, buddy. Just like that, the TNT exploded!
No!
Not only did my hallucinations end, but the entire TNT house blew up in one go. Whoa! Ah! Ha-ha! I did it!
Dude, blowing up someone's house? That's just griefing.
I like your style. That trickster loser didn't see what hit him.
Speaking of, where is he?
I think I found him. Anyways, thanks for helping out, ya prankster. That mech is all yours.
Sweet! I headed back to the Trolls Mountain and saw that the mech was there for the taking. On days 33 to 35, I went up to the mech. Okay, time to fight this thing. I broke it down from its chains, which caused it to turn back on.
What? Where am I? No, I must go!
The mech tried to run away, but with my wings, I was quickly able to cut him off. You aren't going anywhere. You work for the king, and that ends today.
That's the thing. I don't want to.
I'm sorry, what?
King Atron. He treats us horribly. The only reason he needs a new kingdom is because of all the damage he had done to his last. I've seen his actions over time, and no, I don't want to live this life anymore!
Whoa, would you want to join my side then and help me take him down?
Certainly! Here, take this!
The mech tossed down a part of his mecha horn, and once I collected it, I became stronger. I now had 25 hearts, and had my very own horns attached to my head. With them, I had the brute strength of an entire mecha golem. Whoa, this is sick. Come on, it's time you meet your new team. On days 36 to 39, I made it back to my base with the mecha golem.
Bozo, look out!
Hey, it's all right. This guy, he's one of the good ones.
Oh, well, it's great to meet you, friend.
The pleasure is all mine.
I took the time to build up the golem his very own home, fit with a comfy interior for his size. Here you go.
Why, thank you. Ah!
I'm watching you.
Creepy. I then looked around my base and noticed our home was getting bigger. I have a lot more people to protect now. With that, I went to work, building up a defensive wall around the entire base. And everyone was pitching in. Thanks, guys. Before we could finish, though, I heard a familiar rumbling in the nearby jungle.
Full steam ahead!
Oh no. I ran out towards the rumbling and saw the Mecha Kingdom's train was barreling through the jungle in the direction of our base. No, I can't let them find this place. On days 40 to 44, I quickly flew up onto the train. How do I stop this thing?
Oh, no you don't.
I looked back and saw the mecha conductor from before. I'm not scared of you. Not anymore.
What about me?
Hey guys, I mean, come on. What problems have words not solved? We can talk this out, right? Yeah!
You think we're just going to let you go again? King Atron nearly scrapped us last time. This time, you're not going anywhere!
I looked past the two of them and saw the train's primary power source. Bingo! Alright, so be it. We began to fight on top of the train as I flew around them to try to keep my distance.
Get down here!
They began to shoot out their mechanical arms at me to try to pull me in. But I pushed them back with my roar. With this opening, I swooped down and blasted the power source with my rockets, which caused it to explode. The train instantly came to a stop and flung the conductors back into the jungle. Yes, that was a close one. I then looked over and saw that the train had a full cart of jungle wood on it. Delivered to the lumber yard? Huh, I better check this place out. On days 45 to 47, I flew around the jungle until finally finding the lumber yard. Landing on its trees, I watched as countless flying robots worked under the command of a large saw blade mech. That must be one of King Atron's Mecha Knights.
Where is that lumber shipment? We can't build a king's kingdom without it.
And he's definitely not a nice guy.
Tell me about it.
I turned around to see a gorilla was up in the trees with me. Ah!
Shh, I'm on your side. That is, as long as you're against them.
I am. Wait, what do you mean?
They built this lumber yard right on top of my home. They killed everyone except me, and I'm done running.
I'm so sorry. They attacked my home too. I want to help.
Then let's do this together. I've been watching them, and they keep going into this one building. It's gotta be important.
Then, we better get in there first. We went down and began to sneak past some of the robots, and thankfully made it inside of the building. Once there was a long hallway that led up to a set of doors.
That's gotta be it.
Huh. This almost feels too easy. As I said this, platforms lowered from high up in the room, and artillery bots began to activate. Yep, I knew it!
Oh, shut up and run!
On days 48 to 52, we started to run across the hall as the artillery bots launched tracking missiles at us. Oh, come on! No fair! I was being blasted around by their attacks as more rockets just kept coming. But then the gorilla jumped in the way. Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah, just keep going.
I ran forward and used my new golem strength to burst open the doors into the next room. Once inside, I noticed we were in their central planning room. There were crazy blueprints all around of the castle for Kingatron.
They're gonna do the same thing they did to my home, but do it to the whole jungle.
Not if we have anything to say about it. Come on, someone probably heard us by now. As I said this, flying robots started to float in from above.
Intruders, get them!
We began to get swarmed by the flying robots, and the gorilla was getting overrun. Stay away from him!
Phew, thanks.
Just, repaying the favor. Come on, we gotta go. We ran out of the planning room and back up to the lumberyard when...
Where are you two going?
Oh, no.
Now that my men have softened you up, it's time to die like the animals you are!
Come on! Can't you see what you're doing to the jungle? This isn't right!
Oh, wow! You know, now that you say it like that, I still don't care! For Kingatron!
The mech rushed in and started to attack me ruthlessly with this massive saw blade. Ah! It dealt a lot of damage, and he was already wearing me down to low hearts. No! Then the gorilla ran in and pushed him back with his brute strength.
We can't beat them like this. You need to find another way.
I looked around, and that's when I saw it. I have an idea. Buy me some time.
I'll try.
I started to fly up as quickly as I could to the top of the crane.
You're not going anywhere! Men, stop him!
More flying robots flew up to cut me off. Ah! Hey! I flew around and kept them at bay with my rockets as I finally made it to the crane's controls. Okay, Fozo, here goes nothing. On days 57 to 59, I turned on the crane directly above the saw Black made and dropped it down onto him. But he just kept dodging. No! I kept trying over and over again. And one of the times before he could dodge, the gorilla pushed him under it.
No!
Yes!
That one's for my family. Thanks for helping me take back my home, even if it's not really the same anymore.
No, thank you. All I did was press a button. I went over and grabbed the saw blade scrap, which caused me to upgrade again. I gained 5 more hearts and now had a powerful saw blade integrated into my body. Whoa. You know, you're more than welcome to come stay with me if you want.
I'd like that.
What? He's become much stronger, my king. Maybe too strong. But not for you, my king. No one is stronger than you. Flattery will get you nothing. The rest of you, gather up the tiger prisoners. I know just what to do with them.
On days 60 to 63, I made it back to base with the gorilla. I saw that the rest of my friends had finished building up the defensive walls. Nice. Great work, everyone. From there, I took the time to help the gorilla build a nice jungle home next to the elder tree.
I can finally relax now. Thank you, Fozo.
Don't mention it. I then went over and found my father in his lab. Dad! I quickly caught him up on the blueprints I saw at the lumberyard and Kingatron's plans for the jungle.
Oh dear. Well, if you shut down the lumberyard, we should stop them from getting other resources too. And I know just the place you should look next. The Mecha Mines.
Sweet. That must be where they mine all their ore.
Correct. But be warned, it's guarded by a terrifying beast.
Of course it is. All right, where do I need to go? I journeyed out of the base, following my father's directions, straight to the entrance tunnel of the Mecha Mines. But the tunnel was caved in? Come on! I tried blasting it open with everything I had, but nothing I did was working. I think I'm gonna need more firepower. Just then, I heard an explosion off in the distance. What was that? On days 64 to 68, I followed the noise until I saw a skeleton with explosives? What the? The skeleton then caused a large explosion at his feet again.
Dadgummit!
Hello?
Oh, howdy, partner. What brings you to these parts?
I'm trying to get into the mecha mines, and honestly, I could probably use those explosives you got there.
Well, I'll be. I've been trying to blow that place open since the darn beast took my good throwing arm.
Great. Does that mean you'll help me?
I'd love to, but we're gonna need a whole lot more boomsticks than what I have here. Here, take this.
The skeleton then threw me over a list of ingredients.
Come back here with those 3 things, and I'll make us the best darn explosive you ever saw.
Sounds like a plan. I went out and mined some sand, grabbed a lilac flower, and then the last ingredient, some gunpowder. You can do this, Fozo. You can do this.
Ow! Hey! I remember you!
Hey, nice to see you! With that, I was able to take down the creeper with 1 more hit. Okay, this better be worth it. I gave all the ingredients back to the skeleton, who whipped up a powerful explosive in an instant.
Hee-haw! Come along now!
On days 69 to 73, the skeleton and I made it back to the caved-in entrance of the mecha mines.
All right, now stand back!
Would it be better if I...
I got it. I'm a professional.
Right. We began to make our way inside of the tunnels, only to realize this cave was like a maze. We began to blindly navigate the tunnels, but hit dead end after dead end. Come on.
For mine, these tunnels sure look untouched. You'd think all those mechs would want all this fancy ore.
I began to look around, and that's when I noticed. You were right. They only care about iron. I have an idea. Follow me. From there, I began to notice a tunnel that had blocks mined out of them, and we followed it until finally making it into the mines. We did it.
Shh, it's sleeping.
Huh? I looked over and saw that in the center of the cave was a massive mecha Cerberus. Oh, right. On days 74 to 77, we began to sneak around the edge of the mine when I had another idea. All right, I think we can ambush him.
Now we're talking. I'll go this way.
He quietly circled around the other side of Cerberus, and we were both closing in. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
You smell that? Yeah, it smells like bones!
What in tarnation?
The Cerberus began to chase the skeleton around the mines.
A little help here, partner!
I quickly flew up and began to launch attack after attack down onto him. But his armor was just too strong. I then noticed some loose gravel high up in the ceiling. Hold on! I blasted the ceiling with my tailfire, causing a large pile of it to separate the 2 of them.
Where did you go?
The skeleton and I quickly hid in the back of the mines to regroup. What do we do? His armor's too strong for me. I can't damage it.
I still smell you.
All right, now I got an idea, but you're gonna have to trust me.
On days 78 to 80, I flew up into the air to grab the Cerberus's attention.
Hey, you're not my chew toy. Forget that. We've heard about you, Tiger. Come here.
I began to battle them in the air as I launched down rocket after rocket. But the Cerberus just kept powering through my hits. He then launched out a glob of molten scrap, which hit me out of the air. Gah!
King Atron will be very happy when I bring him your head.
The Mecha Cerberus was about to finish me off when suddenly...
Hey! Over here, you oversized lapdog!
What did you say?
That's right! Come get me!
No! What are you doing?
So long, partner.
The skeleton allowed the Cerberus to bite down on him, which caused the dynamite to explode.
Ah, you little punks!
No! No! We continue to fight, and I use my new saw blades to cut into the now weakened mech. I could tell the skeleton's sacrifice definitely hurt his armor, which allowed him to take a lot more damage. Take this! With the one final saw blade hit, I was able to take the Mecha Cerberus down. Yes! On days 81 to 85, I was finally able to grab the scrap from the Cerberus, which caused me to upgrade one final time. I now had 35 hearts, grew even larger in size, and had 3 heads? Whoa! I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. From there, I launched my rockets into the exit tunnel, which closed off the mecha mines for good. That should do it. It was then I heard some voices shouting nearby.
Catch him! He's getting away!
What's going on? I ran out and watched as one of my fellow tigers had escaped the mecha army. He was running for his life throughout the jungle.
Somebody! Anybody! Help!
No one's here to save you, beast!
Oh, no you don't! I flew in and used my mecha roar to take down both of the mecha knights at once.
It's you! You're still alive?
Of course. I'm so glad you kept fighting. Where are the other tigers?
I'll show you!
On days 86 to 90, the tiger led me back to the Mecha Kingdom's fully built castle. And there in the center was Kingatron, putting all of the tigers in cages.
Get in there, you filthy animal! Hurry up and get the rest in their cages. This would bring out that Mecha Tiger soon enough. What will you have us do now, my king? Take to the jungle, and if you see that tiger, make sure he knows we have his people right here in our grasps. He'll surrender soon enough.
He's using my people as bait. Would he really set them free if I surrendered? Would he?
There's no way! He can't be trusted! We need to stop him, now!
You may be right, but I have to get you back to safety first. Come with me. On days 91 to 94, the tiger and I quickly made it back to my base.
Oh, Fozo, there you are. Ah, and you found another tiger.
Yeah, but you're not gonna like where the others are. I gathered everyone in my base and quickly updated them about what Kingatron said and my newly thought up plan.
But Fozo, are you sure about this?
Sure, dude. The King Eyeball dude is totally crazy.
I agree with them, Fozo. You can't.
Everyone, this may be the best way to make sure everyone gets out of here alive.
Your heart is truly set on this tiger?
I'm sure of it, and I know deep down I have to do this. On days 95 to 99, I reluctantly walked out into the clearing in front of the Mecha Kingdom. Kingatron, I'm here.
You finally come to give yourself up for your people, or are you here to fight?
I'm here to surrender, as long as you promise to let my people go.
How cute.
Within an instant, I was surrounded by the Mecha army. What the?
I don't make promises, Tiger. I'm a king. I make the rules, and my people follow them. Now, kill them!
The knights were about to rush in when vines wrapped around them.
No!
My father leapt in and took down the remaining knights around me.
What is this trickery?
Sorry, King, but 2 can play at this game, even if I was still scared for my boy.
I told you it would work. Look, we looked over as the ferret had snuck by to free the tigers from their cages.
No!
Kingatron's anger caused him to unleash wild beams of pure energy that began cutting through the jungle. Everyone, get out of here! A beam was heading straight for my dad. No! I jumped in the way and took the hit. Gah!
You will die first.
On day 100, it was finally just me and the King Mech, face to face in front of his kingdom.
Do you know how much I fought for my rule? You have no right to deny me!
No! All you've done is take from my home. And now, I'm gonna stop you here and now! I flew up into the air as we began to battle. His powerful beams of energy shot all around me, but I did my best to dodge throughout the air. Take this! We were trading hit for hit, and each of our attacks were cutting into the other's hearts. I tried to fly in close with my saw blades, but his beam hit me out of the sky and put me at extremely low hearts. Yeah!
You could have been a great knight in my army, but now all you are is useless.
He began to rain down blasts at me, and I tried my best to use my feline agility to dodge each of his hits. Come on, I can do this! There, with one of my saw blades, I was able to cut him down all the way to the ground and hit him with heavy hit after heavy hit.
You're just an animal. You are nothing compared to me.
Your reign ends here, King of Tron. I ran in and used the most powerful mecha roar I could, finally taking down the king for good. And with that, my entire jungle could return to the way it was.